All right, welcome back to DangIT Prodcast, the show where we talk about video games, anime, manga. My name is Justin.
I'm Aniyah.
And I'm Philip.
And welcome back, everybody. Phil, it looks like you're kind of a bit exposed over there. I think it's because you're just like up on... Yeah, I think it's just because of the screen, actually.
Right, so I'm actually on Google. Right before we started, we were looking up the Urban Dictionary for earthquake, and I found it. Mind you, nothing super crazy. It makes a lot more sense for the song. But it's an earthquake, but cuter. Earthquakes are smaller, cuter versions of earthquakes, and thus a better way to refer to them for anxious people.
That is cute. Oh. I thought we was about to get like grimy.
I know.
Makes a lot of sense now in the song.
Yeah,
to be honest,
when my lower extremities don't know what to do, I thought I was gonna say some shit like that.
They're earthquakes. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, fair. All right, but anyway,
for whenever Mark decides to visit us over here, and we just so happen to have a little earthquake.
An earthquake.
Think about Mark.
Gets to experience some earthquakes. Yeah,
the homie Mark. Capital MAWK Mark.
What?
That's funny. That was from I think that's from Loiter Squad.
That's awesome.
It's a stupid skit, but yeah, it was great.
So how have you guys been?
Yeah. Bro, I just came back from Seattle, so I went to go see the Chromacopia tour, which is cool. It was the first time seeing Tyler perform, so there was that. But and then like earlier, because it was Paris, Texas, and Lil Yachty that opened for him. I think I like both of the sets because honestly, like I remember Lil Yachty when he was new, and I just never cared to listen to it. I was a little bit of a hater back then. I guess that's the term. Because I was just like, because I don't know, I was kind of picky about like listening to certain rap and hip hop. But then like I think around the same time, I was still listening to like Our Future when it first popped up. So I was like, it's no real. It was just like a sound thing at that point. But like most of the stuff that happened with trap that felt like this, like the typical SoundCloud stuff. That's probably why I was like away from it. But like, listen to Lil Yachty's not that crazy. His music's cool. Funny performer. Like when people get hyped, like when he gets like 8 octaves up, that man sounds hilarious. He almost sounds like Elmo.
Yo.
It was funny, bro. But I liked all the sets. And then of course Tyler's set was cool for like an hour or something. It just felt like it went on for a minute. And he went through like a good chunk of Chromacopia and then brought back some like hits from other albums. So all in all, I had me a fun time at the show.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice
stuff.
How long were you out there, actually?
Dang, you know what? Man, it flew by. I'm not gonna lie. Like from last week, I was there since Saturday. Like, man, I think I landed around like the afternoon. And then I just stayed there until like later afternoon for Tuesday. So I was there for 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought you were there longer.
Yeah, I hope I would have stayed longer because I did go like one day for the show, but then like the second day while the concert was still going, I just went to look around Seattle.
Oh,
cool
okay.
Stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I took a couple of videos and pictures, so I want to do something with that. But nah, man, it was super nice. It was fun being over there. All the arts and all that nonsense. You know.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And Phil?
I've been all right. I'm finally on parental leave.
Very nice.
Oh,
so we finally took the parental leave, so I'm chilling. I've been watching the baby, hanging out at hhome.
Yeah.
It's been nice. It's been nice not having to wake up and go to work that early
all the time.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
I got a fight with like a couple of other companies, but like other than that, we should be all right.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw them under the bus for the sake of like in case they want to revoke me or anything. But let's just say the company I have to go through for the leave is not fun. They suck.
Here comes a new challenger. Tekken 8.
They're
Philip.
They suck, dude. They're sitting here and they're like, dude, you need to send us all the documents. And I go, bro, you never gave me a specific set of documents to send you. What are you asking for? Like,
the documents. Send us your school transcripts. Like, what documents?
No, it's like I needed to sign a form of my information release, and I also needed to send a copy of the birth certificate of the kid.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
To prove that I'm not lying to them about a kid, which is
you don't have a child. What the heck? You over lying. But I mean, like, I get it because like I could just roll up and be like.
But now I'm waiting for EDD to approve me for the rest of my California leave. So within the state of California, as a father, you are given up to 8 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Of baby bonding.
Okay.
So this is actually just my normal job's paid leave, like for a parental leave.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm only on there for 2 weeks, and then after that, I should start the EDD one.
Oh, all right.
For baby bonding. So I'll be off until like at least almost May, I think. Like I'll be back maybe the first week of May.
All
That's
right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So I'm chilling.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Bro. What about you, Justin? What else is going on?
It's been kind of like same old stuff. Just kind of going through work, the typical thing. It's pretty much just a boring routine at this point. There wasn't a lot of opportunities for overtime this time around, though. That's kind of bumming out a little bit, just a little bit. But I did get payments for doing my taxes, so that was super nice. I just threw that right into my portfolio. So.
We did too.
Hey.
We did our taxes too.
Nice.
We got a good chunk back. I will say, the kid is supposed to give us a decent amount every year, but they do it by quarter. And so since he was born in the last quarter of the year, he only gave us a certain amount of what he's supposed to give us overall.
Oh, I see you.
So next year he will give us a lot back.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I see you.
It's so crazy, being born around like this period of time where, when doing taxes, like it was a lot of manual stuff. And then like my personal experience was that like when I became of age, I had to manually do it. And it was just so confusing. And there was a year where we did it through like, like an actual like advisor. And that was like for 3 people. That really sucked. And now we're doing it all digital and just like completely cleans off every little like possible error that you could possibly ever like come across. It's just so nice now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing it digitally since I started having a job, but I'm curious. I just never got to see how it is to do it manually. I'm just thinking
it's a thing. Yeah, it was a thing.
Like, if I could save I can save myself. Technically, can't you save more money doing it manually compared to digitally?
Sure. It depends.
Yeah, right.
I think
give it a shot. I'm a curious dude.
Yeah,
but that's
like for what I had to spend to do both like federal and like state, like it was like $100, and that was with like a time frame deal. So I think just for the sake of just getting a lot of like time just taking care of that, I think that's actually pretty worth it.
Nice blessings.
My dad's been doing it for years, so we go through him. Like we just I literally we buy him a bottle of wine and he goes, all right, cool, and then that's it.
That sounds kind of nice. Wait a minute. Here's all my documents. Here's some wine. Please have at it.
There you go. Have at it. And then he'll message us and be like, all right, I need you to come back and sign it. And you're done. And I'm like, oh, that's it. He was like, yep, that's it. He'll call if there's any random questions that come up.
Oh, gotcha.
More preferably Twitch questions whenever we had to put those W2s in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fair. I see you.
But other than that, I didn't get W2s for Twitch this year since I didn't stream as much or didn't make off much of it last year.
It's pretty much the same over here.
Yeah.
It's one less headache. Yeah. I did use Acorn for a little bit, but then I just kind of sold that off because I was like, I'm just kind of putting everything way too like spread out, so I want to just consolidate it to one little thing.
Speaking of taxes, anything from parental leave, I don't have to claim. That is all like just that's baby bonding. That's just legally mine. Like
that's I'm glad they do that then.
Yeah. That's apparently that's only in California. Other states have different laws when it comes to different like parental leaves. Like in the state of California, as a father, you get 8 weeks, but as a mother, it depends on if you have a C-section or a natural birth. If it's a natural birth, it's about 10 weeks. If it's C-section, it's about 12 weeks.
Okay.
For extra recovery.
Fair.
The more you know.
It's a lot, and that's only in California. California is the most generous one that gives this to us. I don't know what any other state does, because like when I talked to this company, they're not based in California, and so when I said EDD, they were like, oh, you're not okay, so this is what you're gonna have to do, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
because from them 2 weeks is enough. You bonded with your child. Get back to work. Like,
2 weeks. That's crazy.
Let that turnover. I need you back now.
Okay, time's up.
Welcome to dealing with that kind of stuff,
bro. That's crazy.
Yep.
You got low blood sugar and low iron.
Okay, get him.
Low, like high fatigue, and it's just like that's a spry worker if I ever saw one.
It's different for the mother of the child who's actually given birth. So like it's very different. But yeah.
All right, gotcha.
It's cool. We're chilling. We're being an adult. I hate it, to be honest with you.
Things are different.
I hate being an adult. I hate
it.
Parental care. Weird parts of your body just in pain at all times. It's like, why?
At all times. My knee is killing me. I got the knee of like a 70-year-old right now, dog. Killing me.
What?
Let's talk about the upsides to being an adult. Buying games.
Yeah.
What kind of games we working
Fantastic
on
segue.
Yeah, we love to see it.
What are we playing? Let's see. What am I not playing? No, I'm just kidding. I wish I was playing more than that. Well, I beat Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Very nice.
Word. Roll the credits on it. Good.
Rolled credits. It was fun. DLC is actually kind of mid. I was actually kind of mad at it.
Oh.
Damn.
Did not like the DLC. It was very rough.
Okay.
But the main game is amazing. 10 out of 10 on the main game. It was fun. I beat the Plucky Squire.
Oh,
yes. How do you feel about that?
Mm-hmm. So, as I previously alluded, you're right. The Switch version is definitely a little crusty for sure.
Oh no, not the crust.
Definitely a little crusty. But you know what? Unfortunately, that's the kind of game I want on my Switch. Like, not the crusty. I meant like the actual style of game.
Yeah.
It's a game I want on Switch because it's so cozy. Like, you just gotta play it on your portable, and you're just, it's a storybook. It's awesome. I like the story a lot. It was fun. I thought it was really fun. Gameplay gets a little like the actual normal combat stuff is like it's a little repetitive.
Yeah.
But I like when they throw you a curveball, like you do a shoot 'em up section, and all of a sudden you're doing a punch out section, and there's a rhythm game section, and you're like, what the? And then there's a bust a move section. I said, what is this?
Oh, what's it? It's the magician.
Yeah, the magician. Yeah, what's her name? Oh my god,
I did forget everybody's name. I'm not gonna lie. I
forgot everybody's name. Thrash is so memorable though.
Yeah, Thrash is cool.
It's Violet. There it is. It's Violet.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man. Very solid game. I can dig it for what it was.
Sucks.
Wait, which
one?
My
homie, Hump Grub sucks. All my homies hate Hump Grub.
bro. I was just thinking like the highlight part was like they did do a stealth part. You remember that?
Yeah, there was two times they made you do stealth.
Yeah, giant beetles or something on the desk.
Giant beetles, and then like a little bit towards the end of the game where you're sneaking through the big old fortress.
Yeah. The parts where what's it? The fight where you're like, you're going side to side, up and down. Where you're like, when like the squire is like buff and he has like a ray gun.
Oh, the shoot 'em up section. The shoot 'em up section. Yeah.
The shoot 'em up part was just like it had bits and pieces where like it was trying to speak to like a wider audience of people, which is why I was thinking of giving it like his props. It's like more of like an ambitious thing to do because I'm not good at Violet's parts, but like I still appreciated playing that game.
I like the bullet hell part. That was fun. That it very much reminded me of like Fantasy Zone in that style. Fantasy Zone is very much just like that, left and right, like vertical, and you're just kind of like, horizontal shooter. So that one was fun. I like that. I really, really like the Busta move because it made me actually work and play. Like I had to remember how to play Busta move for a minute. I was like, I gotta hurry up. Like,
it was bugging me, but I made it happen after like,
You get used to it.
But yeah, solid game.
It was good. Really enjoyed it. I beat it. I beat Wario Land 4 on the NSO.
Oh,
word.
Nice.
Oh yeah, recent release.
Yeah. Just released on February 14th. I was playing through it a little bit. I beat it. Great game. Still holds up. Still my favorite GBA game of all time. I really love how weird that game is overall. God, that game is so weird, but it's just so like it's so good. It's just a good game. It's a good platformer. It's weird. The visuals still hold up for it being a year one GBA game. Yeah, it's really good.
Crazy.
Yeah, watching that game was cool to see.
Which one?
like the game, like watching.
Oh yeah,
it,
that's right. Yeah, it's very good. I love it. It's my favorite Wario Land game of all time, and it's my favorite GBA game. I know some people will say Wario Land 3. That makes sense. That's a good one on Game Boy Color. That's also on NSO. I gotta play through that myself. Like I have never beaten it. Yeah, but Wario Land 4, man, God, that's why Anton Blast and Pizza Tower are both like games that base their gameplay off of that one game. Like,
oh, got you.
Yeah. Their gameplay, especially Anton Blast, is the most one. That one definitely feels like Wario Land 4. So I'm excited to get that physically this year later.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember that was a key thing that you brought up because it was like super, like it wore its inspiration on the sleeve. Like, dang.
Yeah, Anton Blast is like a mix of like Wario Land 4, Crash Bandicoot, and from funny enough, Crash Team Racing.
Oh, is there a part where you do that?
There, whenever you do the dashes, you can boost off the nitro boost, just kind of like you can do the same mechanic in nitro.
Okay, that's what you mean. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Dang. I guess like let me see. I was gonna think of all the games I've played recently. Even though I was gone for a bit. Where's that list?
I've been playing right now. I've switched off to playing. Oh wait, no, I lied. I also finished the recent level for Astrobot. Next week, it's the last level.
Oh, word.
Oh,
yeah. This week we got what was the bot? I don't remember the character's name, but he's from the Order 1886. I was like, what a wild.
That's a random.
Wild bot, bro.
I've never played that game, but are you serious?
Oh, that game is so good.
Yeah.
But when it came out for $60, it was definitely not worth $60.
Yeah, it was.
But if you can get that game on the cheap, brother, that's a hidden gem for the PS4. Okay. I stand by that. But no, last week was a cool bot too. It was Jade from Beyond Good and Evil. I was like, no way. That's such a cool one. Yeah, so far these bots have been fire. Like the first bot was Heihachi. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
That had me rolling because his item is Kuma.
Oh yeah, he's like, but Kuma's smaller, right?
Yeah, it's a little tiny Kuma.
That's ridiculous, bro. That's funny. I'm gonna touch up on Astrobot again after.
Yeah, it was Heihachi. And then the week after it was I forgot the character's name, but he's from Dark Cloud, the first game, the first Dark Cloud. Because the second Dark Cloud, the character is already there.
I forgot the name of the character.
Yeah, it was the one with the green hat, the one where he's like he can hold all the items in his gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's a cool one. And then third week was Jade from Beyond Good and Evil. And then now it's I forget the main character's name, but he's from the Order 1886. So I'm wondering who the last character is for next week. That's gonna be fun.
It's nice. That's kind of a cool way to keep Astrobot kind of cycling through and people keep it playing. That's nice.
Considering it's the last one, though, they gotta really send it off then.
Well, I don't know if it's the last level that they're ever gonna do, but as of right now in this set, because this is the Vicious Vortex set, so like this is like all these levels that they are doing is speedrun challenges, but they're like super tough. Like it takes me like a good like time to even beat the small run.
Okay.
Yeah, they are some of the toughest levels you'll ever play in the game. And I'm like, dang, dude, this is a challenge.
Dude, man, I can't wait to try that. That's gonna be cool.
The one this week uses the monkey with the symbols. That one was easier than the one last week. Last week was rough for me. I was struggling, dude. I was struggling. It's the chicken.
All right, I'm gonna take your word for it.
The chicken one, I was struggling, bro. I was like, oh no. The doggy one was fun. I like the doggy one.
Love that air dash.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. The first one was it was all right. It was the time one. The time one was okay. The time stopping one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I beat that, and then I'm currently now playing like on my Switch. This is what I'm currently playing. I'm bouncing through.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the NSO games later because I'm bouncing through those two. But main like on the cartridge, I'm bouncing through going back to Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I am I'm on the third mansion out of the 5. Okay. I finally got there. And then I'm playing Dusk.
Wait, what is Dusk again? It's it's like a
boomer shooter? It's the boomer shooter, the one that basically started the Renaissance again.
Dang.
Yeah. It's got music by Andrew Holschult, who made music for the Doom Eternal DLC.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. I'm on episode 2 out of 3, so we're good. We're trekking.
Cooking.
We're trekking along.
All
We're
right,
cooking.
yeah.
I wanted to play shorter games because I was like, man, I've been playing nothing but RPGs and longer, like 40-hour games. I was like, I need to play something where I can just blast through these. Like,
Mm.
You know, I had the same feeling with the game. I picked it up before like a week ago, but I played it yesterday. I played it on stream. It's this game based off of a one-shot manga. Hey, bro, I guess like Shueisha, like the publishers who do like Shonen Jump and everything, I guess they're doing like different sets of games now, because like they've already had like Shonen Jump games,
sure.
but this is like some stuff that isn't like Shonen Jump. Since they're like a big publisher, probably like they're like one of the biggest, or probably the most like famous one. This was like it was a point and click like mystery kind of game where you had to do like puzzle solving, but like it's about like urban myths. The game is called it's called Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
Yeah. I've heard about this game.
It was crazy because it's a part of like something I'm trying to do with like manga, but then I found out that it had a game, so I was like, well, let me play the game before I read the manga.
I want to play that. It looks super good. I was gonna say, I have a friend who's recommending me that game. He was like, bro, you gotta play it. You gotta play it. And I'm like, you don't even play Switch games, but you're recommending me a Switch game. Like, this is crazy. Like, he was like, no, you have to play it. It's super fun. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for a physical copy.
Yeah, if anything, I'd do my usual double dip for a game I like to support. I might. I did one episode. How long did it take? I mean, I was talking to people in chat, so it might have been shorter if I just like locked in on that game. But I was on it for a bit. It's I think I even mentioned it. It's like Super Famicom Club, whatever that is.
Kind of, yeah.
Famicom Detective Club. It's a visual novel.
Detective Club. That's what it was. It's like that where you're going through like options to talk and everything. But to be honest,
it's a murder mystery visual novel.
Basically, but it's like I think Famicom Detective Club is a little bit more expanded because that game is in the same vein of what it started, way back then. So it has that old fashioned stuff where like you'll have the ability to check your log in this game as well. The other aspect is like your character, she's like clairvoyant. She has like a ability to see like ghosts, or they say ghosts, but no, they're not ghosts. They're called like vestiges or something like that. She can like look into the past technically. So say like somebody does like some jacked up mess, right? She'll see like a faded after image of somebody standing behind there or something. So like if somebody got knocked out, like KO, and then like she'll see where the body was or something like that. So it's kind of that. It's pretty interesting. I like how the layout is. My favorite thing is just like how the game looks. The UI of the game is super cool. The sprite animations and stuff is super nice. It's like, man, this is the kind of stuff I dig. I really dig this game. So far, I'm enjoying it. But let me think. I guess depending on how you feel about like the challenge itself of like figuring out the puzzles, maybe that might be like something like I want something tougher. It's not crazy difficult, but it's still fun to enjoy. I think I like it just for like a pastime.
I mean, to be honest, you don't play visual novels for the challenge. Like you play it for
really. Kind of like the story.
Games, most visual novels that have like a challenge would be like I would say closer to like maybe like Phoenix Wright, like the Ace Attorney series.
I can dig that.
Those would have to be like you have to understand what the evidence is, where you can place it, what happens here. Like, make sure you're reading every detail of their like hearing. Like,
yeah. Because to be honest, this game, I can kind of give this game its props for it. The localization, it's like a modern kind of whodunit thing. Like the whole point of finding, the whole frame of finding clues is literally social media like research. I'm over on like their version of like X or some nonsense, and I'm just like, oh, bro, this feels like I'm looking at like an X thread when you hear them talk, and I'm just like, whoa, okay,
not the X thread.
Knew what they were going for. They mirrored it just right.
I did see that. I did see that one little bit like on your stream where it's like, someone, I can fix her.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, you saw that, bro. I was like, this is some thirst traps.
Wild.
I was like, no, it was talking about sugar babies and stuff. I was like, bro, yeah,
straight up.
When you play the game, when you play the game, you're gonna be like, oh snap. But it's an interesting story. I like it. It threw like a couple of things I wasn't expecting into the story. So I was like, dang, how does this work out? I gotta see. And there's like 3 because I finished just the first one. and then I read the one shot after. Completely different story. I don't think what I read is going to be in the game. So that's another cool thing.
Interesting.
What's another thing? As far as like games, I was playing like games I got to make some videos on. Bro, these demos for like there was at least 2 that really stuck out to me. Keep an eye out for what is it? Death Kid and Hypogea. That's kind of like an acquired taste, maybe for me, because I like how the game is. It's like a 3D platformer, and you're like playing as like some steampunk robot. It looks cool.
you said 3D platformer. I'm in. You say less.
And then you got to check out Ninja Ming. That game is gonna be like, it's one of those games I want to see how the level design is. You know how Celeste was, right? Where it's like a platformer, but like as far as how you progress is like the major challenge of it. Bro, this game, I think I was on it, and it keeps track of your death counters like Celeste 2. So you're gonna be like, I'm not getting it, am I? After like death 203 or something, right? That game was good. Dino Path Trail, my bad. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you saw me playing it, Justin. I was streaming that game too. Most of these games I'm talking about, I streamed it. But it's like this top down. Is it asymmetric? Like think of like the angle you look at like League of Legends from, right? I think that's asymmetric, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Or am I confusing it with like?
No, you're good. You're good. Asymmetric is like that. Yes.
Got you. So that game is
isometric. Sorry, it's isometric. It's just
there we go. Got you. Hell yeah. So when you're playing this game and you got like, twin direction shooting and all the other stuff, but then it's also like you're going about like using your resources, because the character you're playing as is like she's trying to rescue her sister after her family got jumped, and I think they off the mom. The mom's dead. But it was crazy. Like you're going with like, I guess you have a pet dinosaur as well. I don't know what he's gonna come into play. It's kind of crazy. So I'm playing this game and it has like you find resources, like you find rocks to build axes, to build like bullets, I think, or like different levels of like weapons and stuff. I was like, bro, this is super intricate. I wasn't expecting it to be that in depth, but like for what I was playing, it's gonna be like a little bit of an investment, I guess. But the mechanics I'm enjoying so far. It just depends on how everything flows together as far as like enjoying the whole game as it is. But that's a good game too. So it's blessings going on. And then I'm replaying Blasphemous because I never finished the game. But like I want to finish it and then get ready because there's a little challenge that somebody gave me for the boss rush. I want to see how fast I can beat it. And you know what? You know what's gonna help me beat it? I'll tell you right now, it's not gonna be the Joy-Con. It's gonna be bam.
Oh.
Hey,
what did 8-bit Dudo?
Dude, man,
what did 8-bit Dudo?
Bro, a D-pad is essential. Like playing that game, because there's an attack cancel that makes it easier for you to like clear through the bosses. I tried it while I was when I was on the plane back here.
Don't you have a Pro Controller?
Yeah, I was losing. I was like, I got nothing else. Then like I wasn't I didn't bring my Pro Controller because I can't use like Bluetooth on the plane. So I was just like, oh, okay, fine.
Oh, I see.
Fine.
I know you're not supposed to. I did, but that's not the point.
No, don't say for port. But like when I was using the analog, and then like even though I got like a couple of hits in, I was like, oh bro, no way. He melted these bosses with that technique. So as soon as I got told that and I was trying it out, I was like, give me this 8-bit though. Watch me just clear these bitches. But like other than that, we're just gonna wait until I beat the game.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty good.
Justin, what have you been playing?
I've been like just on stream. I've just been playing through what was it? It's like one I was playing through. Tales of Graces F Remastered. Nice. I can get through it faster. It's just that my schedule has been kind of keeping me from like streaming longer, so I just kind of kept it within time frames of an hour or two. So that's been solid. I think as far as the writing and the dialogue, it hasn't aged that greatly, but you can still kind of run through it. Otherwise, I think the combat is just as fun, just as enjoyable. That I've been playing a little bit more TCG Pocket. I've kind of been I got the setup going for stream where I could just have that displayed on my iPad so that it looks like super clean and I could actually show what I'm like actually pulling on stream, which can be used for content. So that's another reason for that.
Blessings.
I've been keeping up with Zenless Zone Zero. Of all the free to play games that I'm like playing through, that's one I'm just kind of keeping up with, and I've been constantly surprised, and granted, this is still within year one of the game releasing, that there's just so much content that they always like kind of like push through. Like, I would never expect myself to be doing like fishing mini games at all. They're all time frame sensitive, so they're kind of like, you should try it out like right now while they still have it. But I'm kind of curious about like the development of that one, like when it comes to like year two. And yeah, that game came out in like July. I only remember that because it was just a little bit like before Comic-Con and everything like that. So I'm curious as to see like how it kind of like moves on with both the story, but also like how do they continue to reinvent themselves and keep people like kind of engaged? Because otherwise, you know, those types of games will end up like having loops within themselves. And if you don't really engage the players, or, you know, if they hit a wall that they can't like overcome, then it could be kind of hard to keep that player base like engaged. I think that was kind of one of the reasons why, what was it? There was an Atelier game, right? Resina or something like that. I was talking about that.
What? Atelier? What?
Yeah, it was the mobile game that was like turn based and everything like that. Yeah, but the problem with that was that apparently because I eventually just dropped it, that people just wasn't able to kind of get through because there was just like these higher bars to like get through, and a lot of the meta would always sneak up on itself. So as a result, and I guess because of just like people dropping it off, they've discontinued, you know, the global version. I think they're just keeping it within like their region. But even then, that's also kind of weird too, because they're kind of moving forward with like a new set of characters last time I heard. So curious. But there's also that other like actual console game that's coming out for that too, featuring a whole set of characters. So you don't have to really worry about like the mobile game connecting to that. So curious about that. Other than that, I just want to play Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
I've been. Have you not been?
I only played it like last weekend. So that's about it. It's, I don't know, because I kind of want to play it with people, and obviously I could just like go into like open lobbies and whatnot. But like, it'd be nice to like work with like familiar folks. But I'd have to probably reach out to everybody to see what they're doing. But it's also.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's definitely a time sink. It's definitely an investment for everybody. So I understand that everyone's kind of busy that front. But otherwise, yeah, I could just run it solo too.
Ah, man, I'm gonna at least try it a bit, because you know what it was. A couple of our friends, what is it? When Monster Hunter World came out, I had it. Do I still have it?
I also have World. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I enjoy it. Monster Hunter's like investment isn't so much of the issue, I guess, because I enjoy it. I enjoy like the whole bout of like going out and hunting the target. It's cool. Like the layout of this game is super fun. I do get the whole thing of us like having our weird schedules and everything, but I feel like we could probably make something work, at least something like that.
Yeah, but I'd have to pick up the game.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't have the game. I don't have the game either. But I was like, I'll try to pick it up. I'll see if I can pick it up, because I know that man, there's a couple other games coming out soon, right? Hold on.
I mean,
yeah,
this month I got 2 big ones. Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something, because I've been out of the
loop.
And
I already picked up 2 big like releases for me, which are in my pile over here.
Oh, word.
I picked up 2, and there's 2 more big ones for me that are coming out this month.
I gotta look at mines again, but then I don't have any pickups right now. Do y'all have any pickups?
Yeah. Let me. I don't actually. I just wanted to like put the actual timestamp on that.
Oh, is it my turn? I have pickups, if that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's only 4 this time, guys. I promise. But
4 sets of 2.
4 sets of 2. I've got 1 Xbox pickup and the rest are Switch.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start with the Xbox one, because not the Xbox One, but the Xbox pickup. I apologize. God, Xbox.
4 sets, if you will.
This is a game. This is one of my most anticipated games of the year. I picked it up. I don't know when I'm going to find time to play it. I need to schedule this with Katrina, because we're going to play this together.
Okay.
Yep. We have to, because we love the last game that this creator made, and so we were like, oh no, we're in day one. But this is Split Fiction.
Nice. Bro. Hearing a lot of good stuff. Bro.
This is the highest rated EA game since Mass Effect 3.
Crazy.
That's sad, but also like, yeah, we're back.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, you give them their props, but that's a wild perspective. Are you serious?
Yeah, and the funniest thing, Aniyah, is this game came out and the reviews came out on the same day Mass Effect's 3 years reviews came out. So
bro, come on.
Crazy.
Did they plan it? It felt like too coincidental. It
was amazing. But I'm hearing like 9s and 10s across the board for this game. So like it does things even better than It Takes Two. And that has me hyped up. That's got me really hyped.
That just means they only been moving up since It Takes Two. That's great.
Yeah, dude. This developer, Joseph Ferris and his team at Hazelight, they do no wrong, bro. They do no wrong. Literally, I love the idea that this is co-op no matter what. Like, you have to play a co-op. Mm-hmm. And then the cool thing about this one, guys, is like I own the game, which means you guys can play it for absolutely free. Not because you guys can just come over and play it. I meant like you actually can download the friend pass on your PlayStation or Xbox or Steam, doesn't matter. And when it's crossplay.
Damn.
And you'll earn your trophies and achievements on whatever platform you're on. You'll play
okay.
Yep.
Bro, that's smart, bro.
So like the way they've been advertising it is like if you got a friend that wants to play this with you, go half and half on it and just buy the game.
Yeah, it's the smartest thing. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, $25. It's a $50 release too. Like that's the craziest part.
Oh man.
And also on Xbox, it's 2 discs. I don't know why I had to bring that up, but
wait, what?
It is, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Is it like Final Fantasy Rebirth? Is that much? It got all that info?
Yeah, like I'm curious.
I guess so. I mean, on PS5, it's a 1-disc game, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess to be fair, yeah, it's the Blu-ray like PlayStation ones, and like those carry like a lot more.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't use Blu-ray; they use proprietary discs.
That is super interesting.
Which are based on Blu-ray, but it's not actually Blu-ray.
He's like, you get the off-brand cousin. Like, yeah, we could work with this instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only really do that for like games that are way too big.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 is 2 discs on PS5, but it's 3 discs on Xbox. So,
bro,
yeah,
that's funny.
But I'm excited to play this. I got this on Xbox specifically because I have It Takes Two on Xbox, and I also because people, some of my friends were like, "Yo, why'd you get it on Xbox if you can just get it on PlayStation and get the DualSense stuff?" And I was like, "Here's the thing." I want to keep this developers like games together in the collection. And then on top of that, when it came to It Takes Two, the only next gen version was Series X. They didn't make a PS5 hard copy, even though digitally there is one. Yeah. So it's like I just got it on Xbox. I was like, I want one that says Series X. Like
that's fair.
So I got this and I'm excited to play this. We're planning on next week sometime.
Nice.
To play it. Yeah.
Bro, can't wait.
Now, let me know
for the next 3 games, guys. I got nothing but bangers on these next 3. Like all of them straight bangers. All right, this first one, Justin and I have been talking about it for a minute. We've been wanting to play it. I think you picked it up as well one week, but I wasn't there that week, so I picked it up too. But it is for the delightful Bakaru.
Oh, hey, okay.
And look at that.
This is the game developed by Goodfield, the same team who made Princess Peach Showtime and Yoshi's Crafted World and Yoshi's Woolly World and Wario Land Shake It and Kirby's Epic Yarn. They're very, very big Nintendo, but they're not exclusively owned by Nintendo, so they can make their own games. And this is one of them. That's
a solid rap sheet too.
Yeah, this is a really fun 3D platformer, very, very Japanese flavored 3D platformer. It's like you play as a Tanuki who can transform into a human.
Who would have thought?
And his voice actor is Naruto's voice actor.
Oh yeah.
It's like Junko something. I remember. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's very cool. We didn't think this game was gonna get localized in the West because this game's already been out for a year in Japan, or longer now because it's this game came out last year for us digitally.
Oh yeah.
So
crazy.
So it's been out to 2 years in Japan already. We just never thought we'd get it. So
man, it was
banger. Super banger. I'm really glad this game exists physically here. I'm gonna play through this soon. I really want to.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah,
these next 2 games are both collections. Here's the thing. They're both from the same developer. And I am going to determine if we're back or not. I'm not sure yet.
Treasure.
I'm pretty sure we might be, but let me go into this a little deeper. But this next game, the last time I was on the podcast, I said I wasn't gonna pick this up day one. I'm a damn liar.
I picked it up.
I couldn't. I couldn't. No, I picked it up day one. I couldn't lie to myself. I saw it. I saw it there, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's calling to me. It's calling to me." So I did it. I did it, and you know what? I don't regret it. It's really cool. It's a $50 release. Actually, both of these were $50 releases. Now, no, I lied. The other one was 60. Anyways, I picked up Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection.
Ah,
that was 50.
This one was 50. So this includes 14. Count it, 14 games, all spanning from Game Boy all the way to Game Boy Advance. This also includes every single Game Boy to Game Boy Advance game, including the Japanese only ones, translated in English for the first time. And then there is one game that's not translated, but that's because they did make a Western version with a different name and a different SKU. So technically it's on here.
Really?
So yeah, it's the Japanese version is only on here for prosperity's sake, but that's about it. It's not mentioned here, but it is developed by Digital Eclipse. So they're the ones that the same. Yeah, they handled this Konami collection again, kind of like what they did with TMNT, the Cowabunga. I did get a promo card as well. I got Harpy's Feather Duster.
Ooh.
It's not
it's graded, bro. No,
relax,
bro.
TGC.
But no, I popped this in, and it is really cool. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, so having the classic stuff is really fun. And I never got to play those Japanese only Yu-Gi-Oh games. Let me tell you, most of these games are just iterations of each other, which you should understand going into it. But then there's the cool spin-offs. There's a strategy game in here. There's a Mario Party game in here. There's a crazy game where it depends on your die, the roll of your die. Yeah, it's a wild thing. Also, fun fact: there's the first game on here, the Game Boy, the black and white Game Boy game. Okay, which is I believe it's called Duel Monsters. Okay, that game came out before the actual TCG released. So the rules of that game is based on the anime and the manga, and so you can just
you're done.
You can literally just pull out a Blue Eyes, throw it on the field with no sacrifice, no nothing, just cool.
Crazy.
Yep.
It's ain't no left limb of Exodia. It's Exodia the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's super crazy. It's super crazy, and also just the more you play these games back from beginning to the end, you'll see the iterations. You'll see how it gets closer and closer to the TCG.
That's cool.
It's really cool. It's really cool. Mind you, this doesn't get into synchros and XYZs and whatnot. We're not did it that far, but yeah.
I'm about to ask him what about those funny little fusions or whatever the heck? Right?
Fusions, it does do. You can get it gets to certain games where it has fusions. Yes.
Oh baby.
Well, fusions were in the first arc of the anime. So yeah.
Oh, so they had to work.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow. Man.
So this is a cool collection. Just for the sake of having a bunch of the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG games. It's kind of like how we have Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy Color. That's what this feels like.
Okay, I can dig it.
It's really cool. I very much like this. And then this one, ladies and gentlemen, I am the proud owner of this collection. I'm really happy to have this. This has been on my want list since the day they announced it, and I really want to play this. I got to make time for it because I let me just show it. And I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
It is called Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune and Dunan Unification Wars.
Boy,
just call it
Suikoden 1 and 2.
Suikoden 1 and 2. Suikoden 1 and 2. This is $400. This is This is $400 of PS1 games right here in one collection.
Brody.
And Suikoden 2 is considered one of the best RPGs of all time. So I am super excited to play these. It's kind of HD 2D, not necessarily, but
I see what
they're a little HD 2D-ish. They're based on the Japanese only PSP versions, which let you run in 8 directions instead of the the 4 direction PS1. It's really cool. I'm just super happy Konami actually did this. I hope they do more Suikoden games. On console, mind you. They just announced the mobile game. Kill me.
Oh, we only win sometimes.
And they couldn't even deny the gacha part because it looks like this. That game looks like these.
Oh no.
And the interview was like, wow, so is there gonna be gacha and stuff? They're like, well, yeah. And I was like, oh,
can't brush past that.
Like, but if you can get a copy of this, please. This is like the things I want Konami to be releasing. Look, guys, I don't know if we're back. All right, I'm a little scared to say it, but like, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Well, I mean, look at this. The Yu-Gi-Oh collection. We got Castlevania Dominus collection. We got new Contras. We're getting Bombermans again. We're getting Metal Gear Solid remakes. We're getting Silent Hill 2. I will say, in terms of the classic games, we're back. Like they've been re-releasing so many of their good games, and it's not even funny. Ninja 5.0, Rocket Knight Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, word. No, man. Like, they're trying to get back in the good graces.
Yeah, we're back. I need them to do new games. And if they can do the new games, then we're really back.
Man.
I will BRB. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I would assume, like, with all the gotchas, that they got to be making at least some kind of profit, so they could probably get a little bit more creative.
I think that's exactly what you had in mind. I think that was kind of similar, or at least that's what I'm hoping for when it comes to intelligent systems and Fire Emblem games, where they have their gacha game, and that's been making bank for them for like a good number of years. And I'm not sure how much that goes into the actual game development on console stuff, but definitely they reinvest that into, you know, the game, the gacha game itself. But it'd be interesting to see if they had some kind of plan that deviates a couple of the funds going into like these new projects. So hopefully Konami's trying to do the same thing.
Because I was thinking, like, whenever I hear, Max brings up, like, there's trailers or, like, you know, teasers or whatever, right? Because I always had a weird thing when it came to, like, it's probably cool to just have, like, just something, like, a little bit of, like an announcement just to let people know something exists. But then, like, if there's, like, other trailers or teasers or whatever that keep popping up, it kind of hypes up and gets people's like attention, but then they'll probably start getting more like entitled and impatient for something. But on top of like the investment side, if investors and all the people who have a plan to, like, you know, look into putting money into this, I think that's what I can give benefit to trailers for. Because this happens on animation too.
What are you talking about?
Like, you know how games will give like a trailer for something, and it's kind of like you're just thinking of what else would a game development team need? Is gonna be money, but like, how do you secure investors? You got to show them something that'll give them like, oh, that looks interesting enough, or like it has like high potential for me to invest and not, like, you know, mess up on my return. This happened on like somebody's animation thing where like there was like I think like a kickstart that like it missed the intended goal by like the crowdfunding part, but an investor came in and then like did their too. So I was like, that helps in some kind of way. If there's enough buzz or enough potential, then I think that's what like you'll get from teasers from like what is it? Even what's that new game? Tide of what? Of Annihilation?
Oh, Tides of Annihilation, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just assuming because it's like under development, right? And even with what we saw, it looked kind of cool as far as like still being in development. I'm assuming that
I would say that was one of the games of the show.
Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy? But like with all the gameplay and stuff, for them to just like they didn't have like a release date frame or anything. It just said like in development, right? That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm just gonna assume that they just need a little bit more investment. With the idea of like gotchas and like people putting games to like mobile and stuff, that has to be like another avenue to get money. So I'm just like well, like what else are you trying to get at this point? Don't spend your money on like ridiculous stuff, please. But like, you know, kind of if you want to invest into the next project, you can get new IPs from that. Should have enough of a safety net or a cushion to do it. Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of like one thing we've been kind of looking at, and maybe the reason why Suikoden's getting like this gacha is what we're trying to like figure out.
The idea is apparent, according to them, the remasters are going to be step one of return of like bringing back the IP. This is step one.
Oh,
to bring back the original two games. Step two is this mobile game, so that more people can get into that, like can get Suikoden in their hands, basically. And the game is technically chronologically a prequel to 1 and 2.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
like you're gonna see characters in there. Mind you, I don't know if you know how Suikoden works. And this is why the developer ended up making his own game. Well, he sadly passed away now, but he ended up making his own game, Yudian Chronicles, 100 Heroes.
Oh, yeah, that's where it's come from. Yeah.
Okay, so in Suikoden, you end up getting 108 party members.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Dang.
And so the idea is that you pick and choose your favorites, but you might not end up getting all of them. The goal is to try and get all of them because then you get the best ending, and then you can and then you start building a base, and they're helping out at the base. But you can also take them in with you in your party. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot, but it's one of the craziest, fun. Like it's one of the funnest RPGs. It's also got one of the coolest stories. It is very political, but also it gets dark as hell. You're like, what are they doing?
What do you do to her? That's kind of crazy.
But yeah, step 2 is to release the mobile game and then make a anime based on 1 and 2.
Oh.
They announced Suikoden the anime. Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right.
Dang.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay. Now I hope step 3 is to remaster 3, 4, and 5 because those need it. Because what I want them to do is a Suikoden 6. I want there to be a new one, but you can't release Suikoden 6 and then ask me, well, how can I play that if I've only got 1 and 2 over here?
Wild stuff. You're right. Yeah.
So I'd like 3, 4, and 5, but also I think those would be separate, like 3 HD, 4 HD. Those wouldn't be collections.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are big PS2 RPGs.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I hope that happens one day. That would be great.
It's just what keeps them from doing it? I truly wonder, but I hope they just lean into that.
But Konami's been very much digging into its IPs, so that's good.
Yeah, okay.
I think one of the biggest ones we're missing right now is Goemon. If they can do a Goemon collection, holy crap, I would lose it. Which is funny that I say this. Now that I think, I was looking at my games, I was like, that's funny. The creator of Goemon is one of the creators of Bakaru, which is why he looks like Mystical Ninja Goemon.
Huh.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. So that's very funny.
I didn't even think about that. That's funny.
Yeah. I really do hope the Mystical Ninja series gets a collection where it has the Super Nintendo games, the N64 games. That'd be so sick, dude. Literally would be one of the sickest things in the world.
Dang, man. All this potential, and they just kind of letting it sit there.
But, for a while. But
for a while, Konami's making strides. That's the thing. I don't know if I can completely say we're back, but I like what they're doing. They're they're remastering and remaking a bunch of their old IPs. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are also publishing indie games under their name, which has been pretty cool. Like Skeletak, that is a Konami published game, even though that's an indie game. There's one on PS5 and the X Series X that actually has a physical copy. I want to pick it up. It's called Signy, All Guns Blazing. It's like a really crazy shoot 'em up. Yeah. And then they announced this at the PlayStation State of Play. What's that little octopus game? That's a Konami published game.
Oh yeah, that one. The one that kind of looks like Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an indie game, but Konami's publishing it.
Very nice.
What the heck?
So they're making cool strides. Like we're getting new quote unquote games for them. But I need to see more new entries in these series. And it's not just I want to see them actually make a new IP or a new game in an existing IP, not just remake and remaster these games. I mean, they signed up Bloober Team again for another game. Yeah, and Silent Hill 2 remake did so good. They were like, "Hey, here's another one."
You'll have to see it.
So they haven't announced what kind of game it is. They just said they have signed with Konami to make another game.
Yeah. Okay.
So it could be Silent Hill 3 remake. That'd be kind of sick. But it's mostly I just want to see new stuff. But the new stuff that has been present has been pretty okay. I mean, Silent Hill, the short message, that was kind of a cool little small teaser
for
what's to come. That was cool. Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon is a really fun roguelike. There's that.
Okay. Let me some roguelikes.
Contra Operation Galuga, that was new.
Oh,
that's a wait for it game. That was cool.
Yeah. Wait for it.
It's not amazing, but it's all right. It's cool.
Yes.
The less we talk about Contra Rogue Corps, the better. Yeah. And the Bomberman games have been cool. Super Bomberman R1 and 2.
You know what? I forgot they did Skeletak.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about Konami doing that.
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
It's a very fun game. Hard,
What the heck,
tough, super duper tough, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And then technically they've been making new Castlevania, just been hiding it. It's like it's in the Dominus collection. They did that the remake for Haunted Castle Revisited. You might as well not even call that Haunted Castle, dog. That's a new Castlevania, and they're lying to us. Like
They gave you a cloak, buddy.
they gave me, yeah, exactly. And then they're letting like Limited Run do like a bunch of their old IPs, like Ninja 5.0. That's a really expensive Game Boy Advance game. I'm glad that exists on modern platforms.
Yeah.
They let them do the Felix the Cat collection, which is super funny. Like, why not? Sure.
Just cause.
Yeah, just cause. But Rocket Knight's the big one for me. Like, that's a really fun series. I'm glad that's on modern platforms.
Dang.
So they're making a lot of strides. I would say we're kind of back, bro, when it comes to like their old school games. I just need them to make new games, and then we'll see. Then we'll really say Konami's finally back. Because man, Konami was so good. When you used to see the Konami logo on like a PS2 game,
Yeah,
or like a PS1 game, or like
GameCube, bro.
GameCube, like you were like, oh, this is gonna be a banger.
Swear.
Because even the old, I hope I hope they do with Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope they make another Yu-Gi-Oh collection, but it's the PS2, the Xbox, and the GameCube games. That would be so sick.
They can make it. They can do it. They know
They can do
it.
That would be a sick one. Legacy of the Rose Duelist? What is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I never played it, but I've always seen the cover.
You know which one, dog.
Yeah.
You know which one.
It's beautiful.
That'd
All
be
this
sick.
potential. Just sitting on it, man. They got it.
I hope so. I mean, they make new Yu-Gi-Oh games all the time. Those are all right. I actually, because of the early days collection, I kind of want to go out of my way to pick up Legacy of the Duelist.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's a Switch version that has all the DLC.
Ooh,
Very nice.
That's actually pretty
So
cool.
I think I kind of want to go out of my way to play that, just because,
Bruh. Anything to play some more games.
Yeah.
More collections.
So yeah, Konami hitting it big, bro.
All right.
That Octopus game, by the way, it's confirmed for Switch, so I'm kind of hype.
I like
that Octopus game. It looked fun. All right.
Yeah, like I saw gameplay of Inside. I never got to play it. Because it felt like one of those games where like the experience kind of tells you all, and being within it for the first time is probably the main intention, like most games. Because like it doesn't feel like that and like that compelling. Like those scenes where like when he's running away from the dogs or something,
Yeah.
have to, like figure that stuff out, or like the big plot twist or how it ends. Like that feels different from like playing it after already knowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Inside and Limbo and those styles of games are very much like don't know anything, you'll love it. That's what happened to me. I didn't know anything about Inside, and I played it, and I was like, "Yo, this game's amazing." And I still love it. But had I had known all that happened, I would have been like, "Oh, well, that was a 3-hour game."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like that was it. Like
how long that game was. You're right.
yeah, they're short games. Yeah,
man, it's crazy.
Speaking of short games.
Real
quick. I know I alluded to it earlier, but I am playing 2 more games on my Switch that just dropped on NSO.
Oh, are we jumping into that right now?
What did you want to jump into?
You know what? No, we can free flow this. Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay.
I just got it.
I just do it. I don't have too much to say. I think so. They dropped 2 Game Boy games. It's Donkey Kong. It's officially titled Donkey Kong. Everybody knows it's called. We know it as Donkey Kong 94 because it came out in 1994.
Yeah,
but it's Donkey Kong, and then they dropped Mario's Picross.
The Picross game.
I'll start with Mario Picross. I really like that game. I've been playing it. I'm almost done with the easy Picross puzzles, and then I'm gonna go into the main ones. But I just really like Picross. For me, that's like my Sudoku or like my crossword puzzles. Like I like the numbers, and I like knowing how it works.
Yeah.
And so it's just fun to make the image out. And I'm like, yo, that's cool. That was sick. And then, next one. It's very much a time waster for sure. Like, and it's very relaxing. When I got a couple puzzles, like a time, I'm just like, all right, I'll play some puzzles. Cool. So Mario's Picross was my first introduction. I got that on the 3DS. So I'm glad it's here because I really like that game. It's fun. But cut that out. Throw that game out the damn window because Donkey Kong is here, baby, ladies and gentlemen. That is my favorite Game Boy game of all time. I love that game.
Seeing the crossword
that
getting
game,
tossed out the window.
That game is amazing. If you like Mario versus Donkey Kong, that's where it starts. Is that game?
Ooh.
Donkey Kong 94. I'm gonna refer to it as that because that's how it should be. Is incredible. It's everything you want out of a puzzle platformer. Where it's the same basic concept as the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Get the key, get to the door, next level.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more charming than Mario vs. Donkey Kong, in my opinion, because one, they did it out of 8-bit sprites on a Game Boy. The music's super fun. It's Game Boy like chip tunes. And they were pushing the limits on a lot of things. Like there's like voice samples of Pauline yelling help on a Game Boy. Like that's actually really cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the levels are super creative. And then there's not just like one way to beat a level. There's multiple ways you can try to do it. So, and then
cool.
Mario has like the craziest acrobatic moves.
Oh.
And then, yeah, he's got like the crazy. He can do handstands. He can do like triple jumps. It is the wildest thing.
Simone Biles, like bro.
Yeah, and then like every world they're throwing you new mechanics. So like right now I just got to World 5, and in World 5, which is the pyramid world, they introduce a hammer that breaks through walls. So now instead of just a normal hammer that you can just kill enemies with, you can just break through walls now.
Crazy. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like switches you got to flick. There's like you grab this little like icon and it makes bridges and stuff, but only for a limited time. Bridges and ladders, you got to like run through them. Great game. It is a 10 out of 10 Game Boy game. It is my favorite Game Boy game. I grew up with it, playing it a lot, and it's been sorely missing on the NSO, and I'm glad it's finally here. The game's super funny though. It starts off with the original 4 Donkey Kong levels from the arcade, and it's supposed to bait you into thinking that that's what this is.
Really?
Yeah, you beat the 4 levels. Donkey Kong falls off. You get Pauline. Congratulations, haha! And then the game jukes you, and Donkey Kong gets up and goes, "Nope."
And he re-snatches her, or like what happened?
Yep, re-snatch. Yep, re-snatches her, and then you just get to a world map, and you're like, "Huh?"
Oh, that's cool. Like when Jason gets back up in Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah. But then, so like, it's the original 4 levels from Donkey Kong, the arcade game, and then it baits you into telling you, by the way, there's like 100 levels. So
that's crazy.
It's not a long game. I say 100 levels; they're very short levels. There's like a 200-second limit on every level. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah. So it's very short levels. You can blast through it. I mean, I'm only an hour and 30 minutes in. I'm already on World 5. I think it's like 8, 7, or 8, 9 worlds.
Dick.
So it's great. I love that game. I'm gonna beat it. I shouldn't because I have other games to play. But man,
I shouldn't.
I shouldn't. But I love it. I love it.
Like a whole tug of war. You're like, I want to play games. I want to finish this one, bro. I mean, like, might as well, right? Like,
yeah, I'm already halfway through. I might as well.
Yeah,
but
go all in.
I will say this feels like a very specific drop because they're both games that star Mario. So I think it's for Mario Day that they drop these.
Oh,
Mario Day is
Mario Day is on Monday. March
What's
10th.
the anniversary for something? What anniversary is it for? Like Super Mario Brothers 3?
Oh, the original series, like the main series. No, Super Mario Brothers in general, 40th anniversary.
In general. Got you.
40th.
Oh, what year?
40th.
Like 40?
40th anniversary. Yep.
Oh,
golly, man.
Yep. 5 years ago on this same channel, I did the entire like series stream for the 35th anniversary.
5 years
ago.
Bro.
So
Mario, buddy.
It's all Mario.
God, what are they gonna do for 40th then?
I'm honestly, Justin, I was thinking the same thing, and I'm not gonna lie to you. They're not gonna do a damn thing. What they're gonna do is they're gonna use the new Mario Kart, and they're going to use whatever 3D Mario that I think they have planned, and go, there's your 40th anniversary games.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, that Mario Kart is pretty big.
So I'm assuming that's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna do anything crazy. Maybe some more NSO drops. I mean, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for Game Boy Color is still sitting there. Like they could use that. There's some Mario games on Game Boy Advance, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf.
I guess so. Yeah.
So
More sports. Okay.
Yeah.
they can do a lot of NSO drops for sure.
Yeah.
Some baseball.
What if they drop like a Mario movie 2 direct, and it's just Chris Pratt?
So no, you joke, right?
Okay.
I thought about that. They could do a teaser next Monday for that movie because last year on Mario Day they did that Mario Day direct, and it was the same direct where they announced the Mario movie 2, and then they gave us dates for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door and Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
Oh yeah.
And the NSO drops that they were like, oh yeah, these are the 3 next NSO games, and they're all Mario games. So they already dropped the NSO games. I don't think we're getting a Mario Day direct like last year.
Damn.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it is a direct and it's just Miyamoto going, here's the teaser trailer.
Check it
for the movie. Yep,
I'm all with it.
That'd be cool. I was like, I'll take it.
Daisy. Let's see
I think Rosalina is your best bet in the next movie.
Oh my God, brother! What do you mean?
Hey, relax. Hey, relax.
Not like not Space Peach. Like come on. That's Peach in an emo phase. Like I don't want to
relax.
Sahasrara, whatever the name of the planet is where she's from.
Sarasala? Sarasaland?
That's the old guy from Link, my bad. Sahasrara.
We want Valley Peach.
Valley Peach is crazy.
I was like, come on, man. Daisy was the first one. Give her. I like in the movie, the live action one, that was Daisy. But like, come on.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was Daisy. Daisy. You're right. That was so funny.
They were just like, she had enough shine. Like, no, she didn't. Put her in the second one.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Gotcha.
Good NSO games. Good ones. Very good ones. I'm still missing Donkey Kong 64. Go ahead.
Oh, we don't have it yet?
Not yet.
I put myself in a comatose, and then you'll wake me up when that game is on there. I'll be on NSO as soon as I hear it because I've been waiting for it.
Me too. I want to play it. It's been a hot minute since I've 100% or 100 and whatever percent that game is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
bro, it's so fun. They just dogging us right now, but you know it's cool. I'll wait. I'll wait.
You know what?
Catalog.
Since we're already kind of like on the topic of NSO, this past week was actually the Switch's anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Bro,
we are officially year 9 on the Switch, baby.
You got the model, the day 1 model. Ooh.
People rocking
the day 1 model?
One is
bro, you know what?
insane.
Hold on. Wait. Now that I think about it,
wait a minute, that model goes for crazy money unless you updated it already. Then we never
mind. Wait, no, it's like pretty busted, and I think I noticed that I had like a crack in it. I was like, this thing got experienced.
Not him saying that with all the Switch games in his background, bro.
Yeah, I was like, beautiful. But then I was like, this thing, man. You know what? The only thing that's not.
Why is it missing a Joy-Con?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, I couldn't see it. I was like,
green screen. It's funny, like just under the right light. He's like,
yes, pulled out a whole Switch with no right Joy-Con. I was like, what?
All connected. What it is like this bullshit. No, the thing is, I don't have the original Joy-Cons that came with though.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It was one of the ones that had like major Joy-Con drift, then I was just like, I'm too lazy to send it. But good stuff though.
You and Phil both.
See, it's like that. Yeah, it's right next to that VR on the screen right here. That where my finger's pointing, that's my original Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It sits there proudly being displayed. It's very dim. You can't really see it, but it's standing up. It's there.
Yeah.
It has my original gray Joy-Cons that have drift, so I never traded it in. I just have it just kind of sitting there.
Y'all. I can't believe y'all.
But like, bro, I was just like, I'm looking at mine. I have a little chip in mine. I got chipped off at some point.
I will say I've only gone through 2 pairs of Joy-Cons in the entirety of its life, so
let me see.
Not terrible. That's it's not as bad as some other people. Fair. But I am currently rocking my pastel purple and pastel green ones on my OLED model. That is my
very nice.
But man, 8 years of the Switch, dude. 8 years, and I've got that collection over there. Like that's so crazy.
Oh, you know what it is? Hey, Justin, remember this is This is from when we did the Super Smash Brothers tournament. These Joy-Cons, these are the ones that I got.
The prize winners, yeah. Or yeah.
Pink and green. Cause I was like, oh snap. Cause honestly, I really don't know where the gray ones are at, but they exist somewhere. I was just kind of cool that like I just rocked these because they had like some color on it.
Yeah,
bro.
But also, it's also kind of a bittersweet birthday, right? We're in the end game. This is it. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, next month, just to like close off these 8 years.
Next month is going to be when they show off the Switch 2, but I don't know when the Switch 2 will come out. But this is year 9. We're officially now in the year 9 of the Switch. Like, what comes out in year 9, I don't know. But I mean, Suikoden 1 and 2 is my first pickup for year 9, so that's kind of cool. And then my other 2 next pickups would be what? Xenoblade Chronicles X and
would it be
Aniyah?
As far as like Switch? Because I mean, like, it was Donkey Kong last month.
No, because so it doesn't officially become year 9 until March.
Yeah.
3rd.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Got it.
Yeah, because theoretically that's when it came out. So anything before that, it's not considered the same fiscal year. Yeah.
Wait.
So Nintendo, so year 9 officially has started.
March.
Yeah.
Was now my first official pickup. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, because I got Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakaru in February, like the last week of February. So those still count as year 8 pickups.
Fair point. I dig it. Fair point.
Yeah.
But my next first party Nintendo pickup of year 9 is going to be Xenoblade Chronicles X. So what a hell of a way to start the year.
It's crazy.
Man, what's the
But like
year 9 that they announced?
I mean, no. Like year 9 Switch 1, let's call it Switch 1, has some really cool things coming out. I mean, like, you got Xenoblade Chronicles X in 2 weeks. You've got Atelier Yumiya the day after that. You have next month, you got like physical copies for like Neva. In May, you have Capcom Fighting Collection 2. In June, you've got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 physical copies. Pokemon Legends ZA
somewhere.
This year. Somewhere. It exists. It is a game. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is also a game that exists somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, bro, they do it right.
We've got. It's a pretty stacked year.
Man, I'm just trying to see. Did they not do anything as far as like Switch's anniversary? Like there was no plan or anything.
No, they don't really care like that.
Not like that. No.
Is it just a weird number? It's just
Nintendo,
a weird number.
Nintendo really is like, hey, look, Switch 2's out and about. Do we want you guys talking about that?
Fair enough.
Shut up. Old and busted, new hotness.
Funny enough, it don't feel like there's a lot to talk about for Switch 2 yet.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about how they're gonna,
unless you're gonna follow speculations and possible leaks.
Yeah, it's all speculation. Super correct.
I'm happy. Happy 8th anniversary to the Switch. I love it. It's my favorite console of all time for a reason, because I get to play all my old favorites on it. All of my old favorites exist on it.
All modern and stuff.
And it's just like everything that I love in games, it exists on the Switch, and that's why I love it so much.
Real for real. I'm thinking like now they got more ways of getting like shine to, at least personal for me, like indies. That's pretty much what I'm gonna go off of, because that'll always be like Steam and like PC's realm of expertise, because that's where most indies will first show up. But like as far as like expanding to see if they can like touch into the console market, I feel like the Switch gives like a little benefit to that.
Well, I also
was like, go
ahead.
I was like, people usually get like Nintendo products for Nintendo games, but like stepping outside of that and like showing more love to like third party and indies, like man.
Well, I was gonna say this is the first console in Nintendo's history where it's been a hot minute since like maybe NES, Super Nintendo, where you're picking up games that are not just Nintendo games. Like that's the thing. It's like, yeah, of course I pick up the Switch for first party games. I'm not that dumb, obviously, but there's so many good third party games. There's so many good indie games that are on there. And I love that Nintendo sits here and like gives it its own showcase, like Indie Worlds. I love that like they were some of the first ones to push out like hey, these are some obscure indies, but we think they're cool enough to be in the show. Like we're pushing out the advertising. Like
that's fair.
I've seen so many indie companies when Nintendo's own Twitter account will advertise a game on their,
repost
and then they're like, bro, Nintendo's advertising us. That's so crazy. Like,
that's cool to see, bro. It's kind of random how they'll get people's attention now.
And I mean, some of the best games on the Switch are indie games. Stardew Valley.
Dang, you're right. Stardew Valley
is up there. Hades.
Yes.
Like Hades was a console exclusive on the Switch for a little bit.
True that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't realize
Hades was a big one for there. Hollow Knight. Remember when that shadow dropped?
Bro, that game.
That's
bro. You know what? That's a good example of a like a good and a bad happening when you're like a super heavy hitter. Because now that there's what the heck is Silk Song, but like it's going off of like reputation. It's going off the reputation of Hollow Knight, so there's an expectation.
But there's
that game is so good.
A lot of iconic indie games on the Switch that I can think of in my head. It's like Golf Story, great indie game. Freaking, we said Hollow Knight. We said
Celeste?
Hades, Celeste. That's a big one.
Right?
Celeste is a really iconic one.
Good
and
Lord,
like again, you could play these games on anything else, but the Switch, it feels so. It feels like it was meant to be played on the Switch, and it's just cool to see these indie games exist on the same like on my shelf next to like Super Mario and Zelda. Like Tunic might not have been exclusively for the Switch, but that's still a great indie game.
You got propelled by it, right? Like just having a Switch make these games propel even further. Yeah,
yeah, because the Switch is the best-selling console right now, so more people are going to be exposed to these games.
So I mean, bro, that
and I mean, like all of these indie developers that come out and make these games, is WayForward considered an indie company still? Because if they are, then WayForward exploded on the Switch. Like,
yeah, maybe
technically speaking, they are. Yeah,
still are.
Yeah.
Dredge was a big one last year. Like, I'm trying to think. Shovel Knight is always one of the most iconic indie games. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
We talking about Shovel Knight, or was Hollow Knight? You just said
Hollow Knight, but Shovel Knight, yeah. And then Ukulele, and the Impossible Lair in particular. That's a great 2D platformer.
Yeah.
It's just, and then third-party support on the Switch in general, like it's been the best it's ever been since like maybe even Super Nintendo. Like, like Nintendo doesn't really have the best third-party support in the world, but on Switch, man, I can, even though I own every first-party Nintendo game that currently up to date, all the rest of my third-party and indies outweigh that. Most of my collection is made up of third-party and indie games, which is technically how it's supposed to be.
I feel it.
Yeah. But like I said, look at third-party games all right here. Like,
crazy.
Like, nothing but third-party pickups. You know, what I pick up the other day? I was trying to remember. Oh yeah, Plucky Squire, an indie game. Devolver is a big company on this thing.
To be yeah.
The Messenger is an iconic indie game on this thing. Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars. Yeah. There's also freaking
we already talked about
anything
Celeste,
by
right?
Devolver. Basically, my friend Pedro. That's a great one.
Oh yeah.
Yup. The Hotline Miami collections on the Switch, where it's
crazy.
Yeah, they're great console, dude. I love it to death.
Little funny side note. I forgot I was supposed to be in a tournament today. And I'm looking at it right now.
What time exactly? For chance.
It's too late. It's too late o'clock. Like it's already happening. I was like, oh bro.
Oh brother. I will say, now that you bring up fighting games, Aniyah, do you know the one thing the Switch lacks, and it's kind of weird that it lacks it? Like, I don't understand. 3D fighting games.
3D fighting games? How was
there's no 3D fighting games on the thing? Like, yeah, okay, I guess technically speaking, we'll get that with Capcom Fighting Collection 2. But even then, that's just Project Justice and Plasma Sword. That's it.
I
thought would be like
you got
no, hold on.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm.
No.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Actual tournament fighting games, not the anime fighting games. Those are all on there.
That's fair.
Those are definitely on Switch because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is on there, and that's a great 3D fighting game. The Naruto Ultimate Ninja series. What's the other anime fighting games on there? My Hero Academia, One's Justice 1 and 2.
Yeah. That's certainly a thing.
Those are games, yeah.
My my biggest thing would just be like the demand of the 3D game, right? Like on top of,
I guess so. Yeah.
like I feel like maybe an indie game might spark up and do something. I don't know, because like if we're talking about a 3D game that's going to be on there, you said from the Capcom collection, like those.
Yeah, it's Project Justice and Plasma Sword, and I guess if you count Power Stone 1 and 2, but I don't know if I. I guess that's a gray area. Yeah,
is that the isometric angle, whatever?
Yeah, so I don't know if I count those. That's a party fighting game. We've got to. Yeah.
Because my thing is just like
there's ARMS as well.
Most of,
but I mean, that's like older than
ARMS is like a third-person fighting game.
That's
interesting.
Well, okay, if you're taking that into technicality, Pokken tournament is on the Switch, so there's that. Yeah, that's 3D fighting, I think.
Yeah, but
other than that, like I'm talking like the major 3D fighting.
We got like
not on there. No Virtual Fighter, no Soul Calibur. Yeah.
Like those three, they have yet to like even land on it. Like, imagine throw a Tekken Advance on there. Does that count? No, because it's gonna be
no, that doesn't count. But I mean, to be fair, like fighting game wise, the Switch is keeping up, bro. It's got Guilty Gear Strive now. Like, what the?
That is crazy. Having that game on is crazy. Yes.
Dragon Ball Fighters is on there. Freaking the Street Fighter series, Capcom Fighting Collections, Marvel baby. Like,
Marvel, baby. It's got Mortal Kombat if you want to risk that.
Yeah, like no, I was gonna mention that. That's what I was thinking. What if it's just like a point of if they were to port it? Like, imagine porting Tekken 8 to the Switch.
Oh, I understand why they're not on there. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of weird that not even like the classic games are on there. Like,
yeah, nothing like that. Not even. You think like.
Because like it's so honestly, you want to sell a 3D fighting game on the Switch, Soul Calibur 2 HD, and make sure it has Heihachi, Spawn, and Link in the same game.
Fair, yeah. They got like the Nintendo Rev.
And it'd be a Switch exclusive because it has Link. That would be so sick.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of wild that like I would assume that you could at least get like the older 3D fighting games. Like it doesn't have to be like more modern things that could probably run the Switch and like kind of overheat it. Like you could get something. Like I feel like even OG Tekken could run on the Switch. Like
for sure.
Bro, at least at least Tekken 6 can run on the Switch. So
come on, they could do it.
I'd like to ask, but I can't ask for shit. Apparently.
Yeah, right. But yeah, bro, it's a good 8 years, man. Good 8 years. Impossible ports, those are also fun too. You know, Doom Eternal. Never thought that I'd see those running on the Switch. They're crusty, but they run like they're.
You could risk it.
It's doable.
Well, like they still play well enough to where I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm playing it on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you understand what's going on. It's just at 30 frames.
Nier Automata is an impossible port
for the Switch.
One. Like the fact that runs at a better resolution than PS4 and Xbox is crazy. Like, granted, it doesn't run performance wise as well, but resolution wise, it's cleaner, which is funny.
What the heck? I guess like because it's all like it's a smaller screen, you could bunch up the pixels to kind of
another impossible port that's even funnier is Alien Isolation. That game runs better than it does on PlayStation and Xbox. It's got a better resolution, better frame rate, and it's on the Switch of all things. Yeah,
bro, man, I don't know, Jack. I thought I understood that mess. I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, impossible ports are fun too. I literally picked those up just to see them. Not all the time. I know, like The Witcher 3 technically is an achievement on the thing. I was just like, no.
No, don't risk it. Don't risk it.
Yeah. That one's too risky. You know, it's fun seeing Doom run on everything. That's kind of the joke.
Mm-hmm.
That is fun.
Or Crisis, but I think we're
Crisis.
Past that,
but you know what? Crisis Remastered does run really well on Switch.
Oh yeah, I do have Crisis, don't I?
That's Crisis 1, 2, and 3. They all run really well on the Switch. So,
bro, that's wild.
But now I guess it's not gonna really be. Well, I mean, it depends on like how well Switch 2 can run things. But maybe they won't be as impossible, and it'll be kind of like much more competent.
Yeah, it just depends on how close they get.
Yeah.
Because I mean.
Because if it's PS4 Pro levels of power, then you know what?
Yeah, you could.
We're doing pretty good. Like most games come out on PS4, PS5 still.
Yeah, because wait, how powerful is the Switch again? Is more powerful than PS3?
Kind of like more powerful than 360, right?
Yeah, it's like it's an in between. Like it's like more powerful than a PS3 and a 360, but not as powerful as a PS4 and an Xbox One.
That's what I remember. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
What's up? And then like, can we? Do you expect it to match the PS4 and the Xbox
One? Yeah.
One?
Are you talking about Switch 1?
Yeah,
Or
well, Switch 2.
Switch
No,
2.
I expect Switch 2. I expect it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
If we're talking about Switch 2, I do expect it to at least bare minimum match PS4, Xbox One.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
again, kind of testament to what we got with the Switch. Well, the Switch 1.
Granted, we're going to be using AI upscaling for a lot of the games.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Well, how much demand is that?
I don't think a lot, but I don't know.
No. Okay. Because I don't know what like the process is when it comes to just like AI like upscaling. I don't know if it's just like as high of a demand when people just use AI in general. Because I thought they do like they tax a lot as far as like processing. But
Well, I think the
just-
idea of AI was to like help like ease it off while also giving you like competent like visual like quality stuff like that. That's the idea that I got.
Okay, I can roll with that.
But there is another big game coming out on the Switch this year.
Oh,
I kind of want to talk about it because it's not just Switch; it's coming out on everything.
Oh.
This is technically speaking, this is an Xbox first party game now, so that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
And just so we can start segueing into the other talk, because how many topics do you have? Like maybe like 2, 3?
A couple. Just a couple.
Okay, so we can just run through some of these real quick. So I'm gonna just jump into this one. It's back. The Birdman is back, baby. We're back.
What are you talking about? When you
That's
said that, I was
Tony
like,
Hawk's nickname.
"Oh, bro, I was thinking about the show on freaking Adult Swim, Birdman
Harvey
Attorney at Law."
Birdman, attorney at law.
Yeah, I was like, why is he talking about this old Hanna-Barbera character?
Really quick tangent. Not the fastest tangent in the world. Did you know there is a Capcom developed Harvey Birdman game, attorney at law like game, and it's built on the Phoenix Wright engine, so it plays like Phoenix Wright. Incredible. Look it up. It's awesome.
I gotta buy it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Wii version. There's a Wii PSP game and something else. It wasn't on too many consoles.
Do we have a
PS2,
name?
I think. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. That's
Okay.
it. Just the game. Like,
Yes.
Yep, there it is.
I'm buying it.
yeah, I got to get it on the Wii so I can have the pointer click, like just kind of like playing Phoenix right on there. But yes, that's the game. Anyways, the point is, we're back, baby. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 got announced. Long time coming. There's a lot of details I want to go like not super into details, but I do want to go over certain topics, certain things.
All right.
Because this isn't going to be as smooth as this isn't going to be just as easy as like, oh man, 1 and 2 are back. That's it, baby. We're done. This is it. There's a lot more controversy when it comes to 3 and 4 being remade because there has to. It's a lot of the things they're announcing for it. So let's start with the big positive. Is that it's 3 and 4. It's the best of the best. Like this is people consider Pro Skater 3 like some of the best gaming of all time. And on top of that, I think Pro Skater 3 on the PS2 has the highest Metacritic next to Grand Theft Auto 3. I believe that is the case. Like they are literally neck and neck on Metacritic as some of the best PS2 games of all time. So
All right.
amazing. I can't wait because I really do like Pro Skater 3. I have a lot of nostalgia for all the Pro Skaters. I really love that series. And yeah, they're speaking my language right now, man. All the parks are coming back. All the challenges are remaining intact for the most part. I'll get to that in a minute. And there's like they're bringing back all the original skaters and some new skaters, and just they're gonna try to get as much. They're gonna do what they did with 1+2, where they're trying to get as much of the original soundtrack as possible due to licensing.
Yeah.
But they'll make up for it by adding new music. So I was like, cool.
Say less.
Yeah, say less. I was like, 1 and 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake, incredible. That soundtrack was like spot on. Like they had all the classics that I wanted to hear, but then they had some new stuff. Like they had Machine Gun Kelly, and I said, why? But then I played it, and I was like, oh no, I get it. I get it.
I remember that nonsense. I was like, do I want to hear anything from this dude? And you know what? If it's that, I don't mind it. It works. It was cool. No, it was some cool noise.
But
yeah,
here I do want to bring up 3 things that are controversial. Just 3 quick things, and then I know that people are like complaining about it already. So I want to start with the digital deluxe upgrade because 1, in theory, that is the coolest upgrade You get Doomslayer and the Revenant from Doom as playable skaters.
Why would you? Wait, how's that controversial? That sounds clean.
The controversial part is because in the original Pro Skater 3, you could unlock Doom Guy. You didn't have to just buy him.
Oh, like I guess like what, taking away the
because welcome to modern gaming. You don't just get extra content, you have to buy it. Look at Resident Evil 4 remake where the Ada Wong stuff was DLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of controversial. People are a little upset about that. That's not the most egregious thing though. We'll get to the most egregious thing in a minute.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, that's just one thing. It's cool though, and also the Doom Twitter account was like, "Carve the park until it is done." And I was like, "Let's do it." But so apparently, if you get Doomslayer, the new model of Doomslayer, you get the Revenant, and he has the stupid horn. He has Doot. He has Doot. And then you get like a board that looks like his chainsaw. And you also get the Andrew Hulshult version of Doom 1's music.
Oh, word.
All right. The remix music that they added for Doom 1+2. Yeah. I was like, tight, bro. So that's sick. Okay. Now, the second, this one's a little egregious, but when if I tell you out loud, you're gonna be like, oh, I kind of get it. There is a certain skater that is allegedly not going to be in the game because right now he is not he's doing better now, but he's definitely burned a lot of bridges. I think Aniyah's already got this figured out, but apparently people are a little upset about it because they're trying to get as much of the skaters as possible, but I don't think Bam Margera is going to be in the game at all, even though he is a big character in 3 and 4. So
I mean,
it's also why they'll never re-release Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which kills me because that's like one of my favorite games.
It's good. Okay.
Welcome to modern gaming.
That story is literally Team Hawk versus Team Bam, and it's like, man, he's doing better. Like he's gone through the rehabilitation and whatnot, but realistically, like he's burned a lot of bridges. So I kind of get it.
Like I guess hold on, am I missing something as far as like the likeness? What is he getting paid if he gets used?
Yes,
in the game?
If you get used in the game, you're getting paid. Yeah, basically.
I mean, dang. Look, don't get me wrong. I mean, he jacked up, but like, I'm not gonna. Honestly, I don't remember like the whole list of what he did, but
he was just really in like
he was just a
big drug user. Yeah,
he's a chaotic guy.
Yeah, he's just a chaotic guy, drug user. Basically, lost his whole original family. Like he's just, they cut him out. Like he lost all the contracts to Jackass. Like it was crazy.
And then he's like trying to do better.
He's trying, I guess,
Like, and he's like making some effort, right?
But he's also talked so much crap about the other Jackass co-hosts or like the other so it's a lot of like back and forth drama. Yeah.
Okay, well, bro, hold on.
So it kind of sucks, but you know
what? In place, let's get Rudy Tanuki in there and let's get some residuals.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Tony,
get sticky.
I'm right here. But the most egregious thing, this is the big one. This is the big one that has the entire pro skater like fan base in shambles, to be honest with you.
Oh, good lord.
And I can see it going either way, but let me tell you what it is first. They announced, because if you know anything about the pro skater games, Pro Skater 3 is more along the lines of what Pro Skater 1 and 2 are. It's the levels are presented in a time like you play them in a certain amount of time. You finish as many challenges as possible and try to do the best routes that you can. That is Pro Skater to a T, right?
Yeah.
Pro Skater 4 is actually the first game they started doing an open world concept where it was like you get to explore these parks, talk to people, do the missions, do all this stuff.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, they're not doing that for this. So they're going to they're going to remaster 4 in the style of 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to be 2-minute limits on all the parks that you get to skate on, and the missions are just going to be presented as is, like kind of like how 1, 2, and 3 are, to kind of keep it in parity.
Okay.
And so it has the fan base in shambles because on one hand, and this is I understand why people are mad. It's the idea of keeping that's the identity of the game. Like it's keeping the prosperity of the game, I guess is what it is. Yeah. Like
it's like keeping it authentic. Hold on.
Authentic, yeah, exactly. The authenticity of the game. Because
let me
that was what makes Pro Skater 4 Pro Skater 4. Is like, yeah, you still get all the fun moves that you get from Pro Skater 3, but it's the idea like you're running around doing a story mode. Yeah.
Okay, so they just took that part out.
They're going to revamp it
because
completely revamp it into matching what 1, 2, and 3 are like career mode.
But I'm trying to remember. This why I was like, I don't remember 4. So I was gonna say if you
you played 1, 2, or 3, right? Like it's you pick the park, you get that timer starts, figure out the mission.
Yep.
That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do with that.
But like with 4, does it still have that aspect, but on top of it with open world? Or
4 never had that. 4 never had
that. Dang.
4. And then 4 is going to be like they're going to take all the parks that exist and then they're going to go right into it.
That is kind of crazy.
Definitely an interesting take. I understand. Kinda. I feel like it could be one of those things where like, yeah, you could totally just like slap it on there, even like if it doesn't have like the 2-minute like time limit, but they want to like enforce that. That's kind of an interesting take.
No, that I don't know. When I hear that initially, the biggest thing that gets people to buy these games is because of what they remember. Like the nostalgia factor is like a huge hit as far as like people even putting money towards it.
Yeah.
Dang, if you revamp the game and just turn it into not what it actually is, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Because I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I don't think
the baby.
I don't think I'm a huge fan of that idea.
The baby.
Oh no, they're all turning to the babies.
So stupid, bro. I wonder if I
was gonna do the sign, but let's not do that.
No, because that is crazy though.
Yeah, it's a change, all right. And okay, so that's everyone's complaints. Like I get it, the authenticity of the game is in question now.
Yeah, so it's just
here's where I stand. I'm in the camp that beggars can't be choosers, dog. We don't get pro skater games often anymore. Like,
that's one way of looking at it.
And like the thing is, I don't think they're going to get rid of the missions in per se. They're just going to present it in the way that it is in 1, 2, and 3. So you're still gonna like in the trailer. The first thing they show you is you sketching off the car. That is one of the missions in 4. So I'm assuming they're just gonna tack it on like, hey, you have a time limit, but these are things you got to do, and you're still gonna get the bombastic missions that you would do in 4. So it's not like necessary. You're losing the open world exploration. That's basically what you're losing. That's it. Everything else, it should still be the same.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if it just had is it kind of like what happened with Sonic Unleashed, unlike the different version when you're playing like Xbox, where it's like an open world compared to just like going level to level or some nonsense? Like, is it kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I could kind of argue that. I just thought,
I can't be mad. They're giving us new parks too. They're gonna make new things, mind you. The developer of this, because it's not Vicarious Visions. Vicarious Visions is the one who did 1 and 2. Rest in peace. They're now part of Blizzard. It is Iron Galaxy that's making this game.
Interesting.
The Killer Instinct team. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say.
I was like, okay, I like this.
Okay.
I'm assuming they're using the Vicarious Visions engine.
Yeah.
So that's good news because that game already had 3's mechanics. So I'm excited. I'm excited no matter what. I really love the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. And to see that they're still doing at least 3 and 4, that's great. And you know what? Technically, again, I'm like I said, I'm on the camp that beggars can't be choosers, right? Also, technically, wouldn't that be new content? Because like theoretically, I'm playing 4 in a different way.
Yeah, I was gonna say taking out a chunk of what was like a big hook, the open world, and then adding.
Well, free roam is still there, but free roam is more like you're just screwing around. You're not doing missions. Like,
no, I remember free roam.
Yeah, but they're talking about the story campaign mode where you're actually going around the cities. You're talking to people. They're like, hey, by the way. Do this thing for me, bro. Like they're like, yo, the shark just took my letter, bro. Go get it back. That kind of stuff.
Didn't they do that in wasn't that like American Wasteland, right?
Underground is the one that really cemented a story mode. That's the one where they gave you a character you created. You get the rival Eric Sparrow. That guy sucks. Can't stand him. And he was like the main prominent villain for 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and then American Wasteland's the really cool one where it's like no loading screens. It was it's all based in LA, and you basically break down pieces of LA like parts, and you make a big old skate land.
I do remember that. That was fun.
I love that. When you finish that game and you get American Wasteland as a map, bro, what a cool map.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder.
But like I said, we're getting everything. It is every single park and skate, like every single map and skate park from 3 and 4. They're gonna be there. They're not cutting you out on content. They're just gonna revamp the way career mode is handled.
I see you. Bro, I'm actually curious.
But also, mind you, like I said, I alluded earlier, this is an Xbox first party game.
Yeah.
So it is Game Pass day 1.
Solid.
Oh, straight up.
Yep.
Straight up.
I was like, tight. It's also coming out on everything. This is PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC, and Switch.
Okay.
You know what? Pro Skater 1 and 2 runs pretty well on the Switch. 30 frames, but it runs. Yeah, it plays well. So I'm expecting the same engine. Since it's the same engine, it'll just be fine.
Yeah.
No real compromises there. I might pick it up physically on another console than Xbox, maybe. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Tough.
I'm still
double dip.
It's rough. It's rough because I have all the I'm trying to get the Pro Skater series on PlayStation because that's where they
originated.
That is but then I get to here and I'm like, do I get them on Xbox?
Yeah, because they acquired. Yeah, that's tough.
They are an Xbox first party game. Yeah,
that's something.
July, by the way, this comes out in July.
I guess it would make sense if you try to pick it up per the console where now resides in, and that could show timeline. You just won't see them back to back on one shelf, but the history is just
since it's Game Pass day 1, I'm not gonna pick it up day 1. I'm gonna play it on Game Pass.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I love Pro Skater, so we're back, bro. We're back.
Yeah, I'm super curious. I want to see how that is. I don't really. It is what it is. I feel it for all those people who like to.
The complaints are valid. I get it. I understand you don't change. If you're gonna remaster or remake something, don't change it. Don't change what it originally is.
Yeah,
because then you're defeating the entire purpose of authenticity and keeping the game. Showing the newcomers why Pro Skater 4 exists. You know what I mean? But also, I can't be mad because we don't get Pro Skater games.
True. These days, that's just that's part of a genre that doesn't quite exist anymore. So it's nice to have it in this form.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm super curious. Cause no. All right. I mean, I'll probably just look at it on the side, but
I mean, I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. Cause I'll play it. I have these games.
I'm curious as to how it will potentially affect the market as far as potential new games later on. Because there's been other skate games here before.
Yeah, pick up Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah,
it's very good. That remake is incredible. So
it's pretty cheap right now, as I was looking.
It's super duper cheap. Yeah, I have it on PS4. Because it was a PS4 exclusive for a minute. It's kind of crazy.
For a minute, yeah.
Yeah, for a quick minute. I kind of want to get it on Switch, to be honest, just to have it on.
I was kind of shocked. I could have sworn you had it on Switch.
No, I mean, like I said, I was collecting them on PlayStation. To me, Tony Hawk is a PlayStation series. I mean, obviously, Astrobot thinks so too. You get the Pro Skater bot, which is funny.
Crazy.
It doesn't specifically say Tony Hawk. It just says Pro Skater, and I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
So I get it. That would make sense. So I'm debating on maybe getting the physical copy on PS5. I'm not sure yet. It's rough. It's rough out here, buddy. Because I want it on Xbox because it is a first party Xbox game.
I got you.
And also I double dip for the Switch versions anyways, because on the go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see when it gets closer. I am excited for that game though.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to bring this up mainly because it's part of the thumbnail, but there's a little something. It's gaming, but it's also kind of anime related. But it's also related to something that one of y'all just tune into here and there. So it's about Demon Slayer. It's the anime / manga series, and if you've been keeping up with like the anime series, they're kind of like hitting the final arc. So they're gonna have that like in the form of a movie, which is crazy. And out of the blue, this past week, we get this crazy like Ufotable, the animation team for Demon Slayer,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
and MLB.
Yep.
Having a
I
crazy,
saw that and I was like, what?
crazy work. So, this is one hell of a timeline we're living in.
Bro.
I wanted to
Everybody
give
just
shout outs
meshing in.
because I was wondering why it was, but I think it does great as far as like just promoting both fronts. Where it's like, oh, maybe I should like watch one of these games after.
Yeah, bro. It's like vice versa. Recently, what is it? Lakers and One Piece had a crossover. It was up on a
Yeah, it's funny.
Luffy over crossing people up. I'm like, what the? Really? I'm just thinking, there's just like a better way of getting it in front of more people, man.
Yeah,
Some way of people just starting like it's either somebody starting a little anime journey or like people watching more sports. So hopefully we
yeah.
get something.
So crazy. It's just really reached like mainstream like that.
It's funny though, because like when it comes to sports, like there's sports already on anime. It's like especially baseball. How many
Hey,
baseball?
when's the Prince of the Tennis Cross Wembley tournament? Like, when's that happening?
You tell me.
That series done? Like, what are you talking about?
We're all trying to get into the Tezuka zone.
Prince of Tennis is crazy. Like I was like, yeah, it's like sports crossing over like in this regard. I guess like with America, but like, wow, right?
It's so
Like,
insane.
everybody got the beautiful.
Beautiful.
They got beautiful. It's funny. I was like, oh, that's that baseball player. Well, it's cool. Really random. To be honest, I didn't know that they were doing like the movie approach with the Demon Slayer thing.
Mhm.
I guess like they kind of have been doing that with theatrical releases, so it's technically
Yeah.
It was kind of like it felt like they were kind of leading into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, this is kind of falling under my rule of if it happens twice, it happens all the time. With this and like One Piece doing a thing, so it's like, oh, clearly they've done it before. I mean, you've seen like what was the Hollow Live folks for baseball as well, and that was like doing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was because it was the
like
it was the anthem thing.
what's that blue? Yeah.
It was
I
Gura.
was feeling some kind of way seeing that. I was like, what am I looking at?
And they were like
the
selling,
blue one?
yeah, and then they were selling exclusive merch, which like prompted some other stuff to go on. So yeah,
Something wild about it, man. No lie. I mean, don't quote me on that. I feel like it was the blue, whatever the shark one is, but I don't know these names. I might be.
Yeah, no,
I just know.
Yeah, it was a shark girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me. Like as I was scrolling through TikTok, I was reintroduced to the fact that someone sent. I forget what the third party was, where it has like voice actors like do like surprise things like for a fee, like for anybody per request, and someone did it for like her birthday.
Cameo?
Yeah, I think it was Cameo.
Yeah, right.
And they got the Devil May Cry voice actors to do a little bit, for the voice actor for Dante and Virgil to do a bit.
Bro, what? I don't remember that. Really?
Virgil was just saying like, you survived another year, Land Shark.
Oh, bro, that's nice. I can dig it.
That was cute.
Man. Oh, bro,
But yeah, again, like it's all hidden mainstream, and you know what? I'm living in it. I live for it.
Man, I'm with it. It's super nice stuff happening. Like I would think, oh, you know what's funny? I remember this being an argument like before like anime got a little bit more mainstream than it is. Like that was always like a call to question when it came to like people who were already enjoying it before it became quote unquote cool or trendy.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey man, more eyes and stuff. But don't get me wrong. That's just more potential for people to get inspired, honestly.
Yeah, true.
I'm seeing more people getting into more like indie animation being a thing. So I'm just like, I like the fact that people are going after something whenever they get inspired by another series.
Yeah.
and they get to make their own rules, by the way. And then by that factor, they can even get to where like what's his face? God, what's his name? It's Vincent something. I forgot to pronounce his last name. It's this animator who's been going crazy with One Piece. And like yeah, here it is. But like he had yeah, I think it's Chansard. I think that's how you say it. Chansard. He also did a recent point in, was it ReZero?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There's a particular fight scene this like past episode that like went crazy. And I just remember that name being like thrown out there. And I was like, whoa, all right.
Bro, because all those wild perspectives, it was whoever that blue guy was fighting. He was fighting that blonde kid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that was about. But like you'll see Vincent's style and you'll know it's him. His style is crazy. Like I didn't realize I think I've seen it was like a fan animation. It was like him do you remember like If You Might? It was between Suya? Is that her name? The frog girl from
Frog Girl and
Toga.
I mean they had a couple exchanges before, but I didn't know if any of them were like Vincent related.
No, but like a fan animation he did.
Oh,
like
fan
this was before he blew up.
Oh,
but
I
it was
didn't
like
know
such a it was like a
I might have to look that up.
Like an underground kind of riot. It's like he was just like infamous. That's the word. He was like an infamous like animator, right. and then he just stuck it through and got like a landed spot in a One Piece, I think, first. And then all these other companies started asking him for other work too. Bro, like his style is crazy. I don't know if he might have. I have to see like his IMDb layout because
I was gonna say I need to see his portfolio on this one.
Yeah, his portfolio is kind of crazy because apparently he did something with Persona.
Really?
What? He did the animation of Persona. Well, the Reload, not like OG Persona 3, but
yeah, I see Reload right here.
That's crazy. And oh yeah, of course he was in Fan Letter for One Piece. Hell of a Boss.
Mob Psycho.
Like, I'm trying to see his earliest.
Or he's like
okay. Bro, he's like that. It's pretty crazy.
All right.
I'm trying to find his earlier. Apparently he did like he directed something.
He also did Castlevania. I can kind of see that.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. So like again, the biggest thing you could respect out of like what's going on with like this big crossover of like animes and like sports, like it's gonna reach somebody else as far as like getting more fan base and more like support. Like it's cool to see that.
Yeah. I know we were joking about it, but I low-key kind of want to see a Prince of Tennis crossover with actual tennis and see like how that goes.
Sorry about that. I'm back. But yeah.
Welcome back.
That'd be kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
do you happen to know what team they were doing the Demon Slayer crossover with?
It was the Dodgers and the Cubs because of the yeah.
Of course.
You already know though.
No, they do the cross promotion because Shohei Ohtani's on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yep.
Had the crazy like like the flames were blue on the bat when he was about to swing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bat breathing. I was like, what?
Yeah, bat breathing is crazy. I hate.
I did like it. I did like it though. They drew parallels between like both series as far as like the history of like baseball, the history of like demon slaying, and they were like it's all like building up towards like a more modernized like form for both sets. So I was like, oh okay, I see where they're going for.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Now I think the craziest possible thing that could, I don't know, it's one of those like weird things where like I don't know where horse racing goes, but if you know that one anime
Steel Ball Run, right?
I mean, I would love for them to do something like that.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run? No, not what we're talking about.
Not what we're talking about. No, it's just this crazy anime about just horse girls just running, and it's like the craziest animation you've ever seen. So they somehow make it.
Name of it?
I don't know what it is called.
I don't know what the name of it is. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, Berserk.
No, stop it.
You know what?
You have to leave.
You know what? I don't need this.
Oh no!
I can't believe you brought the taboo, bro. But honestly, I don't know what the name of that series is. But that animation, it's like hot-blooded animation. Everybody's just in it.
And it's just
I'm
them running,
like, bro. These frames, yeah, it's just running.
But like, how do you even romanticize that?
Yeah, it's like it's running, but it's not just running. You know, it's like,
right,
bro, it's a lot of there's goals. Like these fools are determined. Like they're dipping, and it's like these girls just like. Well, first of all, crazy ears. Honestly, side note.
Oh, okay. Huh.
You just have like, because they're like technically what? I don't know, furries, but like they're horses, right? But but they just look like anime girls. They just have like the ears and like I think they have a tail, right?
I think there's some kind of like particular like name you get them for that, but
yeah. Okay. Just a question. What if?
What?
Right?
Wait,
like you could be the cat girls or the horse girls. What if?
Aniyah, what are we doing right now?
What's going on? What's going on?
What if you just shaved all their hair off? Like what do the ears look like after that's all gone?
Oh brother, I'm leaving.
like I'm not gonna lie, it's been bugging me because I'm like, okay, they can look all cute anime girl, Watashi we are, whatever the heck, right? Okay, hold on.
Crazy.
What did you say out loud?
But if you just shave their hair, is that like all the appeal of like Neko girls? Is that just gone? I think that's gone.
Maybe
because like same thing with like when they like was it anthropomorphic like animals or whatever, but they just make them more like people. But like, what if you just shave all their hair off? Like it's a different kind of anime, I would assume. Like I don't think anybody would want to watch that.
No, it should be the same. I say what you're saying is that affront to bald people everywhere.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I ever see like a Neko girl, like what's another character? Let's not take the horse girls or like any of that. What's the name of that character from like Final Fantasy? She's like a bunny.
Oh, Final Fantasy 12?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fern or Fran. It's
Fran. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What if you just shave all?
No, you disrespect Fran like that again. You're sick. Don't you dare disrespect Fran. No,
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I keep seeing these characters and I'm like,
I'm not a furry, but you don't disrespect Fran like that.
Like, look, Fran, because I was thinking about it. I think
she's such a badass character. Why would you want to get rid of her hair?
She is cool, but what if you just shave all her hair?
Final Fantasy Metaphor Refantasio would like to have a word with you.
Oh no.
These characters look if they just had no hair. Like they have their ears, they just don't have hair. That would be kind of crazy.
I mean, what would Vlad look like if you shaved him off?
Like all your
oh Lord. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna have to dip for the rest of this. It's time for me, but love y'all. It's fun.
Yeah, I get you.
You're
on like you're a paternal.
No, it's not that. We actually have an event planned. But
I was worried about that. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. You gotta leave like right now.
We're gonna talk about shaving anime people.
I'm not shaving any anime person. That's why I'm cool with what is it, One Punch Man? He's bald. It's fine.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say like there's nothing wrong with bald people.
But imagine him with cat ears, not human ears.
All right, I'm out. Bye.
That's hilarious.
There we go.
All right. A little crackpot anime theory. But anyway, I think we kind of closed the knot on everything.
Oh yeah, there was one final thing aside from like anime corner stuff. And I'll just go ahead and like just time mark this. But there was, and I feel bad that like Phil had to dip out for this one because there was a game that recently got some promotion like on all like console like YouTube channels. There's a game called MainFrames. I'm not sure if you've seen it either, but I didn't really pay much attention. I didn't pay attention to it because it was just like, it must be like another indie game. I mean, it is, I think. But then I actually like took a look at the trailer and I was like, it's like a cutesy cozy, but it's a cute in the way they're animating it, and like cozy platformer, 2D platformer that features a little floppy disk, dude. So I'm not sure if it's talking to my generation per se. I think it is.
What's it called?
It's called MainFrames, all one word.
Oh, MainFrames. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's just like this little floppy disk character just like going through these different levels, kind of like a Celeste type of thing. And I was like, I'm in.
Let me see.
And like,
this looks funny.
And like it's pretty cheap too. Like if you go onto Steam right now, they have like a kind of an introductory like type of sale, and it's like $9. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, and I'm like, yeah, I like it.
Bro, what? Yeah, that's crazy.
So I mean,
this art style is clean.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I have no like familiarity with like the team behind it, but I mean, I need to give it a try then.
Yeah, for real. I have no idea who this is. What is? Well, hold on. Let me take that back just in case. The Arcade Crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's the. Let me see. Hold on. Never mind. Yeah, I do remember them. Okay, they did Young Souls.
Oh, okay.
Well, as far as like, it's just as publisher.
Publisher?
Like, I don't know if they're publisher and developer. Maybe the developer would be this other part of the team called .emu.
Oh,
Wait,
.emo. Oh.
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, these people are familiar.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we've seen them before.
Wait, hold on.
Isn't I thought .emo was emu was the
Yeah, like emu, yeah.
They're developer and publishers based in Paris. Got it. Because they've done a couple of games.
Streets Rage 4, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and Metal Gear Slug Tactics. Oh. Hey man, this game gonna be great.
I was gonna say, like, yeah. To kind of get me take away, this game's gonna be really good then. You don't have to worry about it. I'll have to like pick it up whenever I can, honestly.
How much is it right now?
On Steam it's like $10.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing after this.
I'm not
playing this game right now.
I know what I'm doing after this.
Oh, look at this. Bro.
It might be on sale on the other Perspective consoles, but I know that Steam just constantly has like sales.
Because
and they're willing.
This offer ends. Yeah, it ends on the 13th. So like, a week from now.
Oh yeah.
Or a week, or like, I say a week. 5 days. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not bad. I mean, yeah. Like honestly.
Yeah, like how can I even argue this, bro? That's crazy. Nah, this is a good game. Was there any? Hold on, because I don't want to hold up the whole time. What other games did you find anything else?
No, that was the one occasion where like I saw it and I was like, that's interesting. And yeah, that kind of speaks to my era somewhat. So
yeah,
what's this all about? And it's a platformer, okay.
I feel like we probably got like a good experience with all that stuff. Like definitely the floppy disk. Yeah, no, I definitely remember that.
I remember that.
I think like
certainly were the days.
You know what's crazy? Hold on, that just reminded me. I remember when I was younger and we had like the fatback PC, like the Windows 90 or something like that. And then like it stood for a while, even up to a point where we had we kept that computer until like Windows like 2000.
Oh wow.
And I remember playing Doom on the PC. When I was like, I just found it because I just found this like file for it, and then I was like, "Oh, Satan!" And then I just started like pressing
crazy.
I just started pressing the keys, and then I was just like, "Oh, this is a game." Because I mean, like it's all digital and stuff, so I just think it was a game. It was the same thing with like playing 3D pinball on your computer, like 3D pinball, Minesweeper, Solitaire, all that stuff that came on your computer.
Yeah,
like that's definitely this era. Like even look at like the UI for like the whatever play on of what like a Windows desktop looks like.
Huh.
So like, nah, this is definitely our era of games.
Gotcha.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Even anyway.
I like it. I
haven't even played it, and I know it's good.
I just didn't even play it. I think it's gonna be recommended.
Yeah, right. Game of the year. What's the other thing that's going on right now?
Everything else is just anime corner stuff now. If you want to jump into that.
I got like a bit of manga stuff because I've been reading. I've been blitzing through like these one shots. Bro, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on.
What's going on?
I've not been watching much anime. I'm gonna probably watch Dan when it comes out. And then the Lazarus Project. Do you know about that?
Yeah, it's god, what were the connections with that one? But I know what you're talking about.
The connection is Shinichiro Watanabe, the guy who's around like for Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy.
That's it. Okay.
And then wait, hold on. I said Lazarus Project. Hold on. It was something like that, but Lazarus.
It sounded like it, yeah.
Lazarus something. Oh, it's just called Lazarus. There was another show called The Lazarus Project, but
Gotcha.
This is, bro. It's like, what you remember Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember that game like quite a bit.
It's like your main character is like that. It's just parkouring and beating people up. Like, I think that's what's happening. I think when I saw the trailer, I think like the thing is there's people who are a part of this little project. God dang, I keep saying Lazarus Project. I think that's what it is though. I think that's like these characters are like in like this little experiment, I guess, or something, or they're being hunted down because they got something going on with them. I forgot when it comes out. Where's the date? Oh wait, does it have a date yet?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't remember it.
It says it's scheduled for April. Okay. So it's coming up. It's coming up. And I would say like is that on top of same month actually. Lazarus, and then One Piece is coming back in April. What else? And then I think Dan season 2 is July. I think that's about what I got going. On top of like clips I've been seeing with what is it? Stuff that happened with Daima. Did Daima end, right?
Daima did wrap up on its last episode last time I checked.
Yeah, so I was just like, hey man, sound like it ended up.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me. As far as like what I know, anime wise.
Okay, I hear.
Manga.
I hear you. Dude, I mean, I have only like a couple of highlights like as far as like anime, just that I'm watching still within this like season. Funny you mentioned like Vincent, that episode ReZero. I kind of like rushed it off for a little bit. It is crazy animation, but like, you know, it was something I wasn't expecting just to happen immediately. Because like right now, that season's like a bunch of like, it's kind of functioning like One Piece where everyone's doing their own thing as far as like fighting other folks, and now we're just focusing on a new perspective. And I guess maybe I brushed it off because it's like it's not like our main dude Subaru. He already had his like fight. But it is showing Garfield, and like what they decided to do with this animation was like really insane, where it's like you need to actually like kind of pause and like see like the motions as well as the impact frames. It is really solid now that I really think about that. I just
a sucker for like oh yeah, go ahead.
I was also just to hop on to the next like little anime here. It was Solo Leveling. They're prepping for another like big showing next week, but they you know a lot of anime nowadays are just kind of like hitting off these like diabolical like cutoffs before like end credits roll. This is one of the most diabolical like bits I've ever seen as far as like, oh, here's the credits. See you next week.
What the heck? Oh, one of those cliffhangers?
Yeah. This is a crazy cliffhanger. And I don't really complain about those.
There was was there an episode where like the main dude cried? Did something like that happen?
That was last week's. Yeah, that was last week. That was pretty big, yeah.
I don't know, I saw people complaining about that. I was like,
yeah, why is it? Yeah, I remember that like the news was showing up that like Solo Leveling episode, I guess 21 or something like that, was like not really well like rated. It was like one of the lower like rated like episodes, I guess. And I was like, I don't understand why. I think it's because whoever's reviewing it may be just like more on the action side of Solo Leveling, and this is more of like an retrospective type of thing about like what the character's been doing for what he's been like working towards.
I feel kind of bad when it comes to that regard, because I'm like, there's like a story still on top of the action.
Yeah.
So when they kind of disregard like any kind of growth or arc that the character like is written to go through, and it's like, does that get in the way of the action necessarily? I wouldn't say so.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Especially
it's just
like
that's how they wrote them, you know?
Yeah, it's like giving the context to the action of like how this thing progresses as a story. It's not just like one day they wake up, beat each other up. I'm pretty sure that like
we've had that era.
Kind of feels like,
we've had that era
right?
Before.
Like I think that's a little off.
We all can't be punch forever. I get it.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, these people need to take a nap. Like, don't just like there's like you got to give purpose to the fights. Like having purpose behind it is really important, because otherwise you just like, it's like sitting in a coliseum just watching everybody fight and seeing who's left standing.
Yeah,
like,
and
more to that.
And we have arcs for that, but we're talking about a whole ass story, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little weirded out. I just thought it was weird. I saw something about that. Was it yesterday? And I was like, wait. So he was just crying, and I'm assuming he cried for a reason. It's not like he just cried like, oh, my Starbucks coupon expired. Like he didn't cry over something like that.
No,
like, I'm pretty sure he had a good reason.
Yeah,
he had a good reason for crying.
Yeah, like it's building up to something. Like it's something that he's been fighting for since episode 1. The whole reason he does what he does. So like, why? What's the beef, everybody?
All right, say less. Okay, I didn't want to harp on it too much because I haven't seen this series. I've heard so much about Solo Leveling. I don't have the best reason not to at least read it. I'm just kind of being lazy, but I would give it a shot. It looks cool as hell. Dang, it stood out to me.
Yeah. It's like people
else like anime-wise?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say, speaking of like crying and everything like that, there was something about Dr. Stone, and Dr. Stone, they're just kind of keeping like their own flow. They're kind of doing their own thing. So I don't think a lot of people really talk about Dr. Stone like that, especially like as they kind of continue on as a shonen. But like this is also a really good episode because I was kind of tearing up too. I was like doing this like during lunch. I was like, oh man, why you gotta hit me like this?
Where?
The spoiler alerts, it's the episode where it's like they just witnessed like Senku getting shot, and it's like, holy, like, yo, he's clearly okay-ish. He's still working towards it. And it's one of those things where another group of folks like who's with Senku like are working outside of the circle, and they get that news where like Senku got shot. It's like, what the, oh my god. And he's not really saying a lot. We're taking care of him, but he did try to pass on like a quick message, and they do it like through they do it like in these like little like, I forget, like this old era of like communication where like they're being tapped into the radio, so they have to be careful about what they say, so they do it in code. Senku codes in Crom, and like it hits like a truck because like he's saying it's up to you now. And this is the same dude who like has been being built up like a good number of episodes ago as like some like some dude that didn't really know much about science is now like he's being relied on, and it just kind of hits differently when it's like, okay, it's my turn now. Kind of like the it's kind of like the whole All Might like you're next situation.
Yeah, the whole you're next passage. Okay.
I don't know. Dr. Stone just hits emotionals like sometimes, and it's like it's crazy.
I remember enjoying Dr. Stone. I didn't finish that either, but I don't know, man. There's got to be a moment of like oh man, I would say, I mean, clarity. I don't know. There's just guys. There has to be like this next level of addressing what kind of limit a character has, and then like if they can't go any further, giving it to somebody else, or like giving themselves a moment to like decompress. Stuff like that's super important. Like those very like vulnerable moments with characters. Like you're gonna need stuff like that. But
even like in ReZero actually had that with Garfield, who just had like this big old fight. Like there's actual like emotions going towards that, and it just feels like a lot of the people, granted they're the loudest people in the room, are just kind of complaining about like when like what's going on, where's all the action stuff. That's a wide blanket that I just like addressed towards like a whole bunch of like random people, but yeah, it's just one of those things where like there's just more depth to characters.
Yeah, it'll be all right. They'll be able to sleep at night. Maybe.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
But what else? Wait, have you been reading any like new manga?
I have not.
Yeah, I'll
tell
you right now. I just found like a very interesting one. It's a new one.
Oh.
And I feel like I've seen the artist before because I remember like on the color spread for like the original chapter, like how many pages? Like 60 something. It was this other series that I'm probably gonna read because of the art. The artist did a series called Shoujo No. And it was on like I think it's on like the app I'm reading now because I know it's on Viz Media. And I was like, this art seems familiar, and then the way that they mentioned it in the chapter and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, it's an artist and then an author. It's not one and the same like most. So, what's this? It's a ridiculous name. Gotta give me. Hold on.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I'm not gonna lie. When you hear it, it's kind of like what, but then at the same time, it's kind of okay. It's called Mason and the Man-Eating Apartment.
The Man-Eating Apartment.
When you hear that, your whole like your apartment complex got an appetite, that's what I thought. But like that's the name. It's just straight up called Mason and the Man-Eating Apartment. And I was like, what in the? Let me read up on this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in this series. What is it? It's like this is the first scene actually. The first scene is like it's just showing like I guess the planet is just jacked up. Like Earth is done. And the sun is just like super blazing. Like I guess like a supernova must have hit the planet. And all that's left standing is this giant, what they call an apartment. It's just like this giant, like vertical shooting structure. And it's got like buildings and like, functions of like, I guess like what you would assume to be like, industrial kind of like support. Like it looks like furnaces and AC units, whatever is going on. Something like that. And then inside, because it's like a big old tube, and then you go down, it's just like a straight shot of people.
Gotcha.
They just everyday life, everyday living, blah, blah, blah. This is the first scene. And then you got like some radio dude talking. And out of nowhere, smash cut to these old dudes underground next to this big old, like, I don't know, membrane looking thing. And then like pops out 2 kids. And it's just like 2 newborns.
What?
Bro, I feel like I'm describing an acid trip. But like it's 2 kids. And they just pop out. Okay. And then the mole, because this dude like a mole. And he's holding both of these kids. And he's like, this one will be a landlord. I'm like, bro. I'm like, what is this? What's going on? I gotta keep reading. And then I'm trying not to spoil it if you want to just like give it a shot to read it. But and then it goes into like a couple of like time skips. It time skips to them being like I think they're like 8. They're like 8 right there. And then it does like a mid time skip, like in the next set of pages. Yeah, and then they're like 16 because they're born on the same day, so they're like 2 best friends basically.
I see.
But like one of the best friends is, a landlord. And then the other one is like a
go figure.
like a some kind of agent, some kind of like security or like something. They have a role basically as far as like just keeping like maintenance going as far as like how they just live there. But outside of that, I just that's it. Just a bunch of time skips, and then they just find out the roles and stuff. But the more you read it, I'm just kind of like, what? I'm locked in. I'm gonna keep reading it. It comes out like what every Thursday on the Manga Plus app. So I'm just reading it from there.
Gonna ask about that. Like which one? Like which website?
Bro, I mean, you can probably read it for free. I think like they usually.
I mean, sure. Like Mark will be like the biggest subscriber to reading it for free.
Yeah, no, honestly, the Viz Media does this with their Shonen Jump thing, where they have like the 3 most recent chapters. They're always available to read, but if you want to read all the other stuff, you pay like what, $2?
Someone like that.
But I mean, hey man, this is like this is $5 a month. I'm gonna keep reading it like
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I get to read like they got a pretty decent library. I'll give them that.
Okay,
and so then they got like these constant. Yeah, they got like these constant one shots that I'm reading. This is usually what I'm like doing other content for. Like I'm trying to record for all of it.
Oh yeah.
But like I just got curious and I was just like, what is it? Man, how's the apartment gonna eat you, dog? And then I was just thinking,
gonna eat you.
Like, what's it going? Because like, bro, when you see the things that like that eats people, it's kind of like it's not like that. Like what? It's not like that surprising, but like it's just the purpose of everything in the series is crazy. It's just like the context of like why this is so like intense to read. That's why I'm just thinking like, bro, if you just got some time for some trippy stuff, just read it.
It's trippy stuff.
Mason in the Man-Eating Apartment. Wild name. Really stands out. I'm not gonna lie.
You just gotta drink a little bit and then like start reading.
Yo, you do that, you might trip out. Dude, there's like, hold on, wait. Because this artist, the cool thing about this art is like these characters, like some of the characters, like the kids, they're like, oh, little adorable anime characters, and then like this freaking goblin dude who like landlord. Like you look at this guy, it looks like he's a hobbit, like a melted hobbit goblin from like Lord of the Rings. He looks nasty. And then like this other thing that pops up in it, it's like everybody looks a little bit like, simplified anime style or whatever.
Mhm.
But then there's like this one character that's like intricate and designed out. I'm like, bro, that's a juxtaposition. Like the tone difference between both of these characters is crazy. Anyway,
Oh,
you
okay.
gotta read it.
Okay, gotcha,
It's a good
gotcha.
one. I do have a bunch of other stuff as far as
Oh,
like anime, but I mean no, manga. But like, wait, yeah, you haven't been reading anything, right?
I haven't. It's one of those things where it's like I don't really want to spend additional money on things. But I could
That's fair.
like check out like maybe free chapters here and there, but I just haven't really been like engaged like that to read like manga. That's my thing. I'm the kind of like
okay.
I want to sit down and eat while I watch something type of thing. So like
Yeah, bro.
anime works out just fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame you, dog. But man, it's what else? It's this, and then like the manga based off of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Yeah, that was the one that had like its own unique chapter. Like at some point I'm gonna play episode 2 that's on the game, but what I just read wasn't what I played either. So it was for real like an introduction to the characters in the game on the first episode.
Oh, really?
While this one is just like a continuation, like they already know each other. They don't give like specific like time gaps. They don't say when things happen. We just know like based on how they're just interacting, like they're already cool with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that should be. I think that might be free. Most of the time, there's like I don't know how they pick and choose, but like they pick a couple of series that have like what is it? A free version to read on the website. Like let's see, hold on Manga Plus.
Games, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would have to just like read them after paying on your phone. Like yeah, Urban Myth. It's a free chapter you can read on their site, but I don't know if they like paywall it later. So it's just like if you want to give it a shot, like why not? I think it's gonna go okay. It was a nice little read.
Okay.
It's not the craziest thing, but like I like the premise. I think the premise can be worked out with. It's like one of those series that can have like a 12 episode anime, and it's like episodic with like different cases. It could do something like that.
Is that how it works, or even just like have like its own full blown like manga series?
Yeah, well, it's just a one shot, but the way that it operates, because sometimes one shots can expand to do other stuff after the fact.
Sure.
Just depends on how popular and how well received it is. If this were to have that, I think it would be those kind of episodes if they animated it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Honestly, let me see. It's mainly been one. I guess I'll throw this one in. This one's a little odd.
All right.
Most of the time, I'm just trying to throw it in because I'm like, maybe it might be something. Bro, this series is.
It's a booty.
It's called Chuck Beans. Like, bro, I had to take a second because like I know that this app has like other creators. Like it kind of can have like a webtoon thing where they could post on here. You can make stuff on here, I guess. It's just Chuck Beans, bro, and it's like the first thing you see.
So it is good.
No, like, bro, I'm like chapter 2. I'm about to read it a little later, but like the first thing you see is like this little ditzy like beanie looking shaped freak, right? Like he's got this hook and like a little tug for like a zipper on his brain. Because apparently he's like from the future, and like this high school student that he's talking to, he's like, I'm trying to help you, and I'm just like, bro, like you gotta just pop in this dude's house and you think it's just okay. It's just a weird bunch of hijinks, but I'm like, it's probably maybe it's so stupid it's good. I don't know. I would have to see how it is. It's just
Chuck Beans.
Like straight up, he's a bean shaped robot freak. I don't know what he is. Like I forgot what he was, bro. And the art's not that bad. The art is good. It's not crazy. It's like in the same vein of what you expect of like a comedic manga to look. So it looks like pretty loose and goofy.
And goofy. All right, I gotcha.
hey, it's just the name is so crazy.
It's just so funny, dude.
Yo, chapter 2 on Chuck Beans, bro. Like,
It's
imagine
like-
seeing that volume.
It's like YouTube 101,
wow.
where it's like if you want people to like recognize you, you need to have something that kind of like impacts like their like initial interpretation. Like you need something that's catchy, something that they can remember. Chuck Beans is up there on being most memorable.
Yeah, I give Chuck Beans like a little bit of like I give it personality because like it's such a random dumb name and it works. Because I go from Urban Myth Dissolution Center to Chuck Beans. Like you don't know what to do that. So I'm gonna stick with it for a little bit. This is one of those series like because I want to do something where I give like 10 chapters. I'm gonna give 10 chapters to see how I feel about it, if I continue it or not, or see whatever happens with other people's opinion. Because that's an interesting name. Let me think.
Is there anything else? We can go and wrap up. You don't have to like push that.
No, yeah, because I think that's pretty much it for me. Oh wait, money. Who's still money for me?
Money?
I think.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Let's talk money.
I saw transaction. I was like, I hate when that happens because I was like, oh, it's my bills. Goddamn.
Damn.
But outside of that, I think I'm good. I'm probably just gonna end up. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of streaming later.
Oh yeah.
I did miss that tournament.
Oh,
So that's funny.
Damn, dude.
I
knew
it
you
wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, like that. Oh, I thought it was like 2 of them too.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow, but this one was this is the online one, so it's not like I had to go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
tomorrow I got to go to like a local.
Okay, for sure.
Down in this Cali. But other than that, yeah, I think that's it for me. As far
All
as
right.
like I'm gonna get off my chest.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. So, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been episode 538. My name is Justin.
I'm Aniyah.
And Phil was here. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hashtag bye, everybody.
Yeah, bro.